right, all right. All right, 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 all right. Okay, now, fellas. Waiting for y'all to get in the building, boo. We outside, T-Team. We outside. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are. We outside. We in the building. We all of the things. Mm-hmm. Baby. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, y'all. Hey. We out here. Y'all, it's a lot going on out here in the collective right now because it's a lot of issues with these groups, baby. These karmic groups is upset, baby. These karmic groups is upset, baby. What's going on, Bambi? It's these karmic groups is upset, baby. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and the King of Cups, baby. It's going down. It is going down. Yes, it is. Woo! Baby, I want to talk about the ruling spirit that's over these energies. Spirit, baby. Please the ruling spirit. What is the ruling spirit over these entities? Please reveal. What is the ruling spirit? What is the principality? What is the demonic energy that's over this karmic force at this time, baby? Because we need to know what's going on. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much. Hey, y'all. Please don't forget to like the live. We're about to jump into it. What is the ruling energy? What is it? Two of Swords. Hey, my ring is coming off. This thing don't want to be discovered and they don't want to keep a promise. It's like an energy that promised something or someone that it wouldn't allow itself to be seen. Ruling energy. Baby. What's the ruling energy over these things? Right, we got the shoe. We got to get the shoe out the way or something like that. What is the ruling energy? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. We have a karmic group, y'all. We got a karmic group. We got a karmic group that's doing the most. Somebody is dealing with a lot of different things they got going on in terms of these groups, these karmics, these people coming through playing these games, baby. It is a whole lot that needs to be discussed, uncovered. Somebody may be wondering why they're having the issues that they're having with a karmic group. First of all, you're having the issues that you're having with these different people strictly because you're chosen, point blank, period. One of the people in this group, the problem that you're having with them is pride. This person believes that they should be the only person that has access to resources that is around you. Somebody is leveling up. You're getting more resources, or at least they think you may, and it is bothering them. It is upsetting them because whoever this person is, the only thing that they have that's worth something is their resources. They believe that they don't have anything else to offer outside of whatever money, whatever they think they offer along those lines. So this person is mad. This person resents you. Whatever little covert up under the cover funny business they've been doing, girl, they're doing it out of resentment, whether you know it or not. The crazy thing about it is within your circle, and I don't care if all these people know each other or not. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the spirits that are surrounding the collective at this time. There is somebody right on the other side of this that moves exactly like this person. They also wanted to feel like they was the one, that they had the resources. They were the person that you were going to be stuck to. They were the person that you were going to give the most care about. This person kept believing that, kept thinking that, It is the exact same thing. It is the exact same problem. This was somebody that also they wanted to lord over you. You had spirits around you that for whatever reason they kept trying to lord over you. Everyone wanted to feel like they were king of the hill, king of the castle. Baby, you're the chosen. So you're not competitive. You're not playing these kind of childish games. You're not out here trying to betray anybody. You don't do that. That's not in your blood. That's not in your bones. That's not in your soul. But these people around you, they were doing that. They were doing that. These people had toxicity in them that you did not have, baby. Somebody, you was coming through your life. You was moving through your life the same way that God moves through. You were always the person that was like, if I got something, I'm willing to share it. You were always a person that's like, man, if I'm eating, everybody else can eat. Or you were the person that's going to tell everybody else what they can eat. You like, you know what? Don't even trip. I know somewhere you can get some help with that problem. You were one of those girls. But whole time, the same people that you was helping was trying to get resources so they could use your resources to get more resources for themselves and look down at you. People was out here divine, divine. Let me tell you, divine. Like, girl, people was out here using your knowledge, your wisdom, your understanding, your femininity, your desires to try to act like they was better than you. They didn't know how to carry themselves before you. Some of these people didn't know how to really come off like they had class before you. Some of these people weren't avid readers before you. Baby, they didn't know anything about that thing you studied before you. They didn't know nothing about spirituality. They didn't know about cars. They didn't know about whatever your expertise is. You were the person that brought it to them. They didn't know anything about you. Thank you so much for the gift. They didn't know anything about that. They had not a clue. You were the person putting them on. You were feeding this person knowledge. You literally, let me tell you why it happened, Divine. Let me tell you how it all went down. Because in the spirit realm, you are a high-ranking priestess. So you come through and you teach and you give and you remain in passive energy. You're not prideful. You're holy. You're not phony. You're godly. You're not a liar. You speak truth and truth only. You speak the truth when it hurts. You speak the truth when it's disruptive. But you always speak the truth because truth is what's in your DNA. Truth is what's in your bloodline. Truth is what is who you are. So here you are coming through, steadily standing in your divine office, no matter what the consequences. So you carry a heavy call on you because no matter the consequences, you're going to stand 10 toes down. I don't care who don't like what you got to say. You've been the person that's to set the Thanksgiving dinners off, sis. Straight like that. If you have to set the Thanksgiving dinners off, sis, you set some off. Period. You're going to be like, no, I don't think that person should be breaking bread with us. I don't think the kids are safe around that person. And I'm going to speak it because when you get done talking, whatever it is that God wanted to be the necessary end is going to be articulated. That's how you are. When you get done talking, baby, the promises and the presence of God is going to be known. That's just, and it's not about you being cocky or arrogant. This is your birth call. This is who you are. This is where you fit into the collective. It's no shade. It's just, it's what it is. It's how it is. It's whether you want it to be that way or not, that's where you fit in, boo. That's the calling. That's the name of the game. So with all of that being said, you have all of these gifts and people that were benefiting from your gifts, people who kids or money was protected based on your divine wisdom and words, baby, those are the same ones that wanted to take you down. Those are the same ones that was mad. These are the same ones that was trying to hate when they saw you ascend. These are the same ones that got in the wind when they saw you building. These are the same ones who saw you building and then tried to hold you to some lie. The girl, let me tell you something. These folks be possessed. They be possessed. They got people, they got entities, energies from the hell realm that's putting shit in their head. And they sitting up using that to talk crazy to you, to talk crazy about you. And it's a disgrace is what it is. These two people were literally the masculine and feminine side of the same demon. Okay, I promise you they were. One of them was trying to take action against you, and one of them was trying to play in your thoughts. And I'm not saying who was who. Girl, the masculine could have been carrying the feminine end of this energy. The feminine energy could have been carrying the masculine side of this energy. But nonetheless, these were karmic energies, and they was trying to get down on you like nobody's business. One of these energies shows up in the Five of Swords. Let me tell you something about them. They didn't never get it off the ground, babe. They didn't never get it off the ground. Listen, Five of Swords energy, sis, let me tell you like this. This is somebody who was around you. They may have recently disappeared, or you may have just got a vibe and cut them off. But let me tell you what the tea is on this person. This person was smiling in your face. They acted like they was a friend. But the reason you was catching a vibe off of this particular person is because they never had no good thoughts towards you. This person was just thinking about betraying you because they felt like a rival. They felt like y'all was in competition. And the effed up part about that is, once again, you stay in your divine wisdom. You stayed in your divine calling. You stay in that priestess energy. So, baby, you're not competing with anybody. The chosen doesn't compete. We don't have to compete. We're already anointed. We're already ignited. What would we be competing with you for? What would we be competing with you about? What would be the problem, girl? What problem could we possibly be having with you, beloved? Girl, what problem could we possibly be having with you, sir? Bro, there is no problem. But for these particular people, they were feeling like they was having a problem with you. Five of Swords energy. They was always creating scenes. What you noticed about this person is they were constantly creating scenes. And the scenes were very mental. Like, they would be the person that would just try to create a scene with you in terms of how y'all handle and speak with each other mentally. It's like, they ain't necessarily coming out saying that they hating on you, but they hating on you. This is the type of person that's trying to create mental fog for you. This is the person that when you put on the new dress and you was looking hot, when you put on that new suit and you was looking hot, no, they didn't come out and say they was hating on you. They just said, oh, because they want to create those mental issues for you. They want you to leave the room thinking about how you don't look right or you don't look good. They didn't tell you they hope you didn't get the job. They just said, like, well, what was the qualifications again? This was that friend. This was that person. They just did just enough to try to create a situation with you where you doubted yourself because they were competing with you. Because this person wanted to be able to one up you. And I'm going to tell you some secrets, girl, that you ain't even know. Part of the reason this person was always trying to one up you is because this person has a lot of fear as it relates to you. They're very afraid. They may have been born in March. They may have been born in May. They may have been born in October. They may have been born in April. This person has a lot of fear when it comes to you. And the fear is that all your talents, all your gifts, all the spiritual nuances that you have, you're going to mess around and get a job where they're going to recognize it, and you're going to go from the mailroom to the boardroom. You're going to go down here to the church and to the spiritual commission, girl. You're going to mess around and go from being in the pew to being in the pulpit. They're afraid you're going to mess around and get out here up in these streets, girl, and you're going to go from being somebody that's just known in the community to a community organizer or an alderwoman. Girl, they're afraid you're going to mess around and be Jasmine Crockett out here, okay? Because these people hear your ideas and they know what you're about. So these people are always afraid of you, and you don't understand why, that they always shaking in their boots every time an opportunity comes. Because this person knows that when it comes to you, opportunities are similar to boats. It's not about opportunity as much as it's about you catching the right boat. And they know one of them boats is going to mess around and take you from a boat to a yacht. And this person has been afraid because the chosen are always the ones with the potential. You're going to get noticed because you have the anointing on you. Somebody is afraid that one of these days you're going to post one of them Instagram pictures and you're going to get a call from the modeling agency, and they're going to look around and you're going to be on the cover of the Revlon perfume. The Revlon lipstick, girl. They're worried about that. They're afraid of seeing you in print ads or commercials because they know you got it. They know you look that damn good, and they know you take that much care of yourself. Somebody is afraid that one of y'all is going to mess around and turn out to be a trainer. You're going to mess around and jump out here and get in some kinesiology, girl, and you're going to be somebody's trainer. Somebody else is afraid that you're going to become a world traveler. Somebody is concerned that you're going to mess around and leave your hometown, and you're going to jump out here on these boats and these buses and these trains and these planes, and you're going to be out here flying like an eagle through these skies. They're scared to death, and you don't realize it, but these people see the anointing on you. They see the halo, they see the light, and they're afraid that any day now is going to be the day that you take off like a rocket and they not going to be able to stand it. So you had somebody that was hating on you in the mental. No, they wasn't coming out saying it, but they was coming out saying it, if you follow what I'm saying. King of Cups, baby, somebody was hating on you because they was in love with you and they just couldn't have you the way they wanted you. Period. This person may be sitting up there in Cancer. This person may be sitting up there in Scorpio. This person may be sitting up there in that good Pisces. This person may have been born in March. This person may have been born in February. This person may have been born in October. This person may have been born in baby September. This person may have been born in July. This person may have been born in June. Okay, this is somebody that was very much in love with you in a weepy, sad, pitiful way, but they really felt like you already passed on them. You may not realize this, but this person feels like you already passed on them. This is somebody that you may have had a casual physical relationship with in your mind. Y'all had a casual physical relationship. Y'all had whatever, or maybe y'all dated, y'all went on a few dates or whatever. You feel like, oh, we're just friends. Baby, this person resents you for friend zoning them and they're never going to let it go. And they're never pulling for you to get in a new relationship. They're never pulling for you to look good. They're never pulling for you to feel good. They don't ever want you to have good sex again. This person is smiling and acting like that little fling y'all had or that one night after wine or whatever. Girl, they're acting like that ain't no big deal. Baby, I'm promising you it's a big deal to them. I'm promising you it keeps them up all night thinking about how they gave they big one in the bedroom and you was just like, yeah, cool, so we're still friends. Somebody, when they slept with you, the intention was to have you be on them. You were supposed to sweat them after that. You were supposed to be in love. You were supposed to be trying to get in a relationship with them for the rest of your life because they rocked your socks. Baby, that did not happen. You moved on with your life. This friend has seen you date other men. This friend knows these other men is blowing your back out. This person is jealous. They are miserable. They are mad. They are sitting up at night. Baby, look, they sitting up at night like this here, baby. They flicking that thing on and off. They flicking that thing on and off like Glenn Close was up in Fatal Attraction. Okay, they're mad like that, girl. They're sitting by the lamp talking about click, 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 clack. Click, 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 clack. Somebody's very upset. They took something to heart romantically that you would never believe they took to heart romantically because to you, you and this person are platonic friends. You like, oh yeah, we linked up a time or two, but baby, that was a year ago. That was 5 years ago. That was 6 months ago. That was 10 years ago. Baby, it was 37 minutes ago to that person. It was a year ago, a month ago, a week ago in your mind where you don't give a damn, but they've never been able to get past it. This person is still pining over you and they're just not saying it. And baby, this fifth person that's sitting up hating on you is just a goddamn loser. Okay, 10 of Swords. There's nothing else to say. They're a loser. This is somebody that had a failure in life. And they've never gotten up from that failure. They've never started back pushing. They've never put the kick, the pop, the pip back in their step. This person been a loser for a very long time. This is somebody that you might have been trying to pick up off the floor. This is somebody that you see it for, baby. They may be a sibling, somebody that you want to believe in because your heart is still connected to them. And you like, yo, I just want them to win. I want to see it happen. Baby, they just a goddamn loser. They're never going to get up off the floor. And this person, low key, they resent you because you still standing. Even though in your heart of hearts, you want to take your spiritual gifts, boo, and you want to help this person stand up too. You want to help them stand. You want to help them feel good. You like, yo, let's stand together. Let's love together. I'm promising you, they can't take it. They're ashamed in your presence, boo. They're embarrassed in your presence. They feel like you know their dirt. They feel like you know their tea. They're embarrassed. They're sad. They're hurt. And they feel like, they're hurting, baby. They're hurt. They don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to handle the fact that you stand in the light and the grace of God because they feel like they've disappointed God. Whoever this is right here, they got a poor relationship with God. And because of that, they resent you because they don't know how to get up off the floor. Even though you're there praying, you're there helping, you're there hoping, you got knowledge, you got wisdom, you want to help them. They're not in position. This is most likely a feminine energy because another thing they resent about you is that you've maintained your softness. You're still soft. You still got that pop. You still got that kick. They don't have that anymore. So they're like kind of mad at you because you're managing to stay in your character. If you're a masculine, baby, they're mad at you because you still have your strength. This is a masculine that's allowed himself to become effeminate or something that he didn't mean to be. Something that isn't his identity. He let other people tell him that he was something that he's not. He's let other people tell him that he is brokenhearted or that he is effeminate, regardless of his sexual orientation. Somebody has allowed other people to tell them who they are. So they've let other people tell them that they are a certain way, or and they haven't even had the nerve to stand up and speak up. They may have had a trauma in their life that had to do with substances that they don't want to come clean about. They don't want people to know that the reason they really can't get up is because they're off to themselves abusing substances when no one is there. They don't want to tell nobody that. They're afraid to tell someone that they did some things they're not proud of when they was off some substances. They was out here, making money the wrong kind of way because they was supporting a habit. Somebody is hiding something that you would not believe. Somebody is making you think that their hypersexual lifestyle is a choice. It's not a choice. It's a compulsion. They are possessed. They have demonic energy on them. But when they come around you, they try to act like they love it. Oh, I'm out here, I'm screwing everybody because I think it's great. They don't think it's great. They're crying themselves to sleep. And the fact that you don't have these same demons on your back, they're confused, they're hurt, they're mad, they're ashamed. And every time you come around, they blowing negative energy your way, even if they act like they ain't. Even though you pulling for them, even though you want to help them, they don't have what it takes to be where you at. They don't know how to get up out that hole. So they giving you problems, sis. They giving you problems. They're making things difficult for you. Y'all already know what it is. Let me go cut my pot off. Hold on. And back. And the ruling spirit that's involved now, y'all, I appreciate y'all waiting, girl. I got my chicken legs cooking. The ruling spirit that's over all of this, y'all, it's a lot going on because the ruling spirit over this, what they're trying to get you to do is get crossed. That's the vibe. They want you to get crossed. They want you to get confused. They want you to kind of get into a situation where you're crossed up. You're blindfolded. You can't see. You can't reach justice. You no longer know how to get balanced. So pause. Let me tell you something very significant right there in that moment. This is the reason that you got so many people kind of hating on you, picking with you, playing like they ain't hating on you, but they hating on you. It's because you have balance. You're very balanced. This is the thing that so many of them covet when it comes to you. How balanced you are. You always come across in balance. You seem like you know what you're talking about. Baby, they're mad about that. These people don't know what they're talking about. These two energies right here, this King and Queen of Pentacles, they know they don't know what they're talking about. So they just think if they show up in some designer or pushing a certain car, this make them think they know what's going on. No, it's nothing wrong with having designer or pushing a nice car, but it is if you're using it to substitute for your soul, girl. It's definitely something wrong with it if you used it to substitute for your soul, girl. People use it to substitute for their soul out here. Okay? So they're jealous of you because you have balance. This person trying to betray you, they thinking dirty thoughts of you in the background. They're jealous of you because you're balanced. You don't even have to do any of that. Okay, they want you to get in balance because what they fear, what the big fear is around you, if you did not know, I'm telling you, girl, what the big fear is around you is that you're going to take off and you're going to level up from the perspective of justice and balance, as long as you got a sound and righteous mind. And I want y'all to really understand how important that is. Anytime you're in a righteous space, anytime you're the chosen, that sound and righteous mind, that sound and righteous heart that's not all over the place, baby, filled with spirits that want to unalive people, angry, mad, sick, want to beat people down. As long as you have a heart that is pure, a heart that is just, a heart that is fair. You come out of your mouth speaking, and baby, when you talk, you make sense. You could be talking about math, politics, God, your weight, your family, flowers, birds, girl, whatever you're talking about, the Bible, girl, the Quran, girl, whatever you're talking about, when you open your mouth and go to speaking, it's clear that the presence of God is with you because you make sense and you stand on something. You stand on principles and you show up as a priestess every single time. Hey, y'all, do not forget to like the live, okay? If you are new, please do subscribe, okay? Hit that like button, girl. We are here all the time. Every time you open your mouth and you come from a heart that is pure and that is righteous, they are upset. They are upset. They don't understand it. And they know if you stay that righteous, they know if you stay that pure, they know if you stay that close to the Most High. For some of y'all, you're also close to your parents. You're also close to the elders of your family. They know if you keep standing that close to that light, you keep standing that close to them elders, you keep standing that close to the angelic principles and energies, you keep standing that close to angels, you keep standing that close to God. They know it's only a matter of time because God's word does not come back void. So eventually, maybe not today, girl, but tomorrow, you're going to be exactly who you said you were going to be because you're anointed to be such and do so, baby. Queen of Cups energy. Many of these people, as I say all the time, so many times, the karmic collective is upset with the chosen because they want the chosen to mother or father them. Period. These are orphan energies. They are demonic orphans at that. These are orphans. They don't understand where they belong. They are disembodied spirits that are stuck between the dead and the living. They have allowed these spirits to possess them. They have allowed these spirits to discombobulate, disconnect, confuse, humiliate, and attack them. So they want to attack the chosen. They want the chosen to pay for the fact that they're lost, for the fact that they don't know what is going on. Queen of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. These karmic energies, they want you to shift. Let me tell you what they want from you, girl. I know that's what you're waiting for. They want you to shift your energy, the way you move, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you do what you do. They want you to stop doing it how you do it because they want you to shift your energy so that you could become somebody that is there for them, baby. They want you to be a resource, a supply for them in motherly energy or fatherly energy. You're supposed to be there to take care of these people. Y'all, please do not forget to like the live or subscribe. If you are new, don't forget to gift or, send a little change if you will. Okay? These people, they desperately want you to stop the way you move. Baby, this is what it is. You're not an orphan out here spiritually, okay, or otherwise. You have the connection of the Most High with you and you move accordingly. It's clear spiritually that you have God attachment, goddess attachment, that you have energies that are guiding you, that you are constantly following the energies of the Most High. Anybody with any divine eye can see that. But when you're dealing with these karmics, they don't have that. Nobody's parenting them spiritually. They don't have that spiritual mother, that spiritual father. They're not following mother goddess energy. They're not following God energy. They're not following anything. They're lost. And the only thing they know to do because they are lost and demonic is to try to be gods or something themselves. So they think they can come into the lives of the chosen and run us and rule us, girl. They think they're going to take you and spin you around in some kind of circles. And then all of a sudden you're going to becoming the mother to them. You're going to start providing them with supply. You're going to start providing them with service. You're going to start being what they need you to be. You're going to stop being who you are. You're going to be who they need you to be. Okay? You're going to become somebody that gives up what, Spirit? Please tell me what it is that the hell realm would like for you to give up. What is it that the hell realm wants the collective to leave behind due to these people that they have sent around to be a demonic army in disguise? We see the Magician. We see the Seven of Wands, girl. We see the Six of Cups. Okay? We see the Magician, the Seven of Wands. We see the Six of Cups. We see the Page of Pentacles, and we see the Knight of Pentacles. These people, they desperately want you to let some things go. They want you to let go of independence of action. Please remember and understand, there is nothing that the hell realm hates more than to see the chosen moving with autonomy. Thank you so much, jeans and flip-flops, girl. Okay, I used to have in the tight jeans. Used to be when I was a teenager. And I was on AOL, girl. Sure, I was moving in the tight jeans. Stop playing with me. I love that screen name. Thank you so much. The first thing is, or the last thing that these karmic energies want is to see you out and about, living your best life autonomously. Baby, these demons hate autonomy. The thing they try to come and steal from you first and foremost is they want to steal from you your ability to do you. They want to steal from you your ability to be yourself, to move freely, to move with autonomy, to do things the way you want to do them. Girl, they don't want you living like that, girl. They don't want you living like that, girl. They don't want you having the ability to make your own decisions. This is what they're trying to stop you from. They're trying to block you, Seven of Wands energy, from being free to make your own opinions, your own decisions, move your own way. Because if you go your own way, guess what's going to happen? You're going to leave them behind. So these are demonic energies that are feeding off of you. You've been the angelic host. It's happened to us all. Don't even sweat it, okay? Because no weapon formed. And they don't want to be separated from you, because then they will just be sitting in the dark alone with nothing. Okay, so the last thing they want is to be separated from the only thing that's keeping them alive, the only thing that's giving them some light. Even though I guarantee you that these people are people that get down on you, say little slick stuff, act funny, try to compete with you. But I guarantee you, on the flip side, you're the only thing keeping them alive. It's funny how demons always bite the hand that energetically, financially, sexually, mentally, physically, or conversationally feeds them. But that's the way that the game is always played. It is always the joke's on them in the end, because that's how the devil is, girl. He is not loyal. So we got this Seven of Wands energy sitting right here. What these people want to do is create enough insecurity in you so that you will no longer accept the gifts and the constant food that the Most High is giving you, baby. Page of Pentacles, you're the type of person where spiritually, what goes on with you spiritually is that the Most High is always offering you a little nugget of this and a little nugget of that. You're constantly getting a little nugget of new truth or a little new revelation. You're constantly getting opportunities to build a business, to make money, to figure something out. You're constantly making, like, people that are just cool new friends, even if online friends, you're just constantly getting things towards you that feed you. What is going on with you is there's a serious goddess or god sanctuary around you, baby, whether you're masculine or feminine. And y'all have to understand, a lot of times when these demonic armies line up against us, or when the world itself is on fire and wickedness is just clowning and the Canaanites is getting down in the streets, girl, the Most High will find a way to encapsulate his chosen people. And I know a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. Suddenly it becomes really easy to not be at the parties, to not be in the streets, to not listen to the grimy conversations, to turn off the grimy music, to not be involved in the grimy sexual activity, to not be around people that's out here living foul, because we understand, as heightened spiritual beings, we understand what it means to be around the wicked and to see the wicked, and we know where it leads, which is absolutely no damn where. So the Most High will suddenly make it easy. That's what work from home is, baby. Work from home is an anointing. Work from home is a blessing from God. It's so that the chosen could be taken out of the mix of these evil corporate entities and all types of things while they're out here clowning. The Most High said, I'm going to take my people and let my people go. Baby, you're going to let my people go. Okay, my people are not going to be sitting up in here where they can't get the blessings of money, power, and respect that I'm offering them, because y'all are in here with all types of demons and sexism and God only knows what else is going on in these workplaces where y'all are coming against the chosen and people can't even get out their bed and make a dollar a dime with some money. So God moves for us in all sorts and types of ways. And what these people were hoping to do is make you too insecure to go after what belongs to you. Making you too insecure to go after what's yours. Okay. All right, Sonny girl. See you in a bit. Making you too insecure to go after what's yours. Making you too insecure to follow through on the things you need to follow through with. Okay, so that you don't get to where you're trying to go. Knight of Pentacles, baby, what they wanted to do was slow you down. It's a funny thing, when the karmics come against the chosen, their goal is to slow you down. They can't slow you down because you're in God's time. And they're not going to slow down light energy. They can't slow down anything moving at light speed. It's not possible, but they don't know that because they don't know spiritual laws. Y'all, we're going to have some lectures coming up about light speed, light energy, baby. Okay, it's going to happen. Okay, we're going to do a little lecture. We're going to do something regarding to our it's gonna be, we're gonna have it, it's gonna be in a little membership. Y'all need to worry about it. It's coming. Y'all, if you are new, please do like the live. Yeah, please do like the live, okay? Like the live. Don't be afraid to subscribe if you are new. Please don't be afraid to gift. Once again, thank you so much to my gifter, boo. Thank you so much for that. Okay, y'all, moving along. Their goal was to slow you down. Let's see what actually happens. No weapon formed. Their goal was to slow you down, baby. What actually happens? We see the judgment card. Y'all already know. Church bells ring when the judgment card comes to the building, team. We see the judgment card. We see the King of Swords. We see the Queen of Swords. Come on now. We see the Fool. And we see, the Tower. Baby, let me tell you something. If military energy was a set of cards, okay? Baby, military energy comes through for you. They're playing these games with you in the earth realm, and we see the spirit of judgment has been declared. We start with judgment and end with the Tower. I also want y'all to pay attention to, we see another match. Just like we saw a demonic King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles sitting up in your life, we see an angelic King of Swords and Queen of Swords that's sitting up in your life, okay? Period. For every demon that is launched against you, we see a set of angels launched in return. They say, you gonna deploy? God said, let me deploy the troops as well. Okay, we see the Fool and we see the Tower. On the flip side of this particular situation, you have everything that you need. Your thoughts are protected. Okay, those that send evil thoughts towards you, we talking King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Those that send evil thoughts towards you, evil eye is a mother effer, okay? Because every evil thought they send towards you, they're going to receive it back in return. These energies that thought it was going to be cute, they thought it was going to be cool, they thought it was going to be okay to launch this filth against you. These energies that were trying to lord over you and say, oh, I got this, I got that, and they were hoping to see your downfall in some way, shape, or form. Baby, all of that is going to come back towards them. They're sending out evil thoughts toward a divine energy. How dare you? All of that is going to ricochet. They're going to get blowback out of this world. They're going to have some serious challenges out of this world. Some things that are going to be unbelievable are going to come their way. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. There is your match, baby. Your angels are going to protect your thoughts at all costs. These people that thought they were going to implant thoughts of insecurity and wickedness in you with their games, with their lies, with their phony baloney behaviors, they're not going to be able to do any of that because the Most High said, no, that's really it. That's really all. The veil, baby, the veil is protecting you. The veil is protecting you. Remember, you are in serious priestess energy. So the veil is protecting you. The veil is not allowing anything mentally to get through to you or get towards you that you have not authorized, that the Most High has not authorized. You are divinely protected front, back, and side to side. So they're not going to be able to launch these type of attacks on you. It's just not possible. It's not something that they have the ability to do. Spiritually speaking, they would be outside of the law to even try that. You understand me? These people was really trying to get on your scent. Once it is clear that you are no longer available, so baby, hold on. Once it's clear that you're no longer available, and let's see what that gives. When it becomes clear that you're no longer available, baby, let's see what that looks like. When it becomes clear that you're no longer available, baby, Page of Wands. One of the things they're going to notice first and foremost is that you're not as available by phone as you once were. They're not able to get a hold of you on the phone anymore. There's some people that thought, oh, I can always get a hold of her. Those days are over and done. They're not going to be able to find you the way they used to be able to find you. Okay, Ace of Wands. People that you may have been in physical relationships with at one time. Baby, these people always had in the back of their mind that one day they was going to get some more of that thing, that y'all was going to get into that situation again. These are people that you regret being with. These are people that you did not necessarily want, but in their mind, they were always hoping to suck you back in via using their sexual prowess. You weren't up to par. This isn't something that you was into. This isn't something that you were looking to do. You were never going to move back into this realm. You were never going to move back into this space. It's just not who you are. But they did not know that. Okay, period. Empress energy. Some of these were feminine energies that really were just hoping to replace you. They wanted to be the Empress. They wanted to be the one that was going to end up on the other side of right. They wanted to be the one that was going to end up standing in righteousness. They wanted to be the one that was going to be able to have the protection that you have, because let me tell you something that they're not telling you is that life is whooping them from left, right, and sideways. They're not having the grace that you're having. They're not being able to get jobs that's going to allow them to be protected, whether they're outside in the field or in the home. This person is out here being attacked. They're being attacked in their family. They're being attacked in their in traffic. They're having more road rage issues than before. These people is having crazy people wilding out on them in traffic, cutting them out, cutting them off more than often, girl. Some of them, they pets to start cutting up on them, girl. The cat is chewing the leg off of the damn desk, and the dog is chewing the leg off the couch, girl. They coming in there, girl. The dog then got the raw chicken they was trying to throw out down off the counter. They ain't got no dinner. Girl, they even having problems with the pets. All types of stuff is going on with them. And this person, all they really wanted was to be able to get in your energy. They wanted to get your vibe. But I'm telling you, these are the people, back to the original question from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Thank you, Spirit, for the message. The original energy that we were getting to was the scent. These people, now that you have backed away, now that they're having problems with their pets, girl, now that you don't answer the phone no more, now that they can give up hope that they was going to get another one night stand with you, these people are heavily on your scent. They're trying to figure out what happened, because the Most High has placed you on the other side of the veil, girl. The puppy revolt has placed you on the other side of the veil. And now that you are on the other side of the veil, they can't smell you. They can't sense you. See, remember, we got to think about energetic signatures, energetic codes, who we are, how we are, etc., etc. We got to think about all of these things, y'all, because when we really think about these things and really consider these things for what they are, this is how these people, a lot of times, they keep a scent on you. Part of us having divine protection is that the Most High gets us out of the way of that kind of stuff. Like, the Most High ain't no scent on you. They can't figure out how to read you. They can't figure out how to play you. They can't figure out how they're going to keep up with you. They can't figure out how to keep their hands on you. They can't figure out how to keep control of you. And anytime that becomes the case, they can't figure out how to keep up with you, keep control of you, etc., etc. This is how they no weapon form, baby. They can't even figure out what weapon, how, when, where would I strike. Your scent has been removed from these people. They can't even spiritually figure out where you're coming from, where you went, or what's going on. They have no way of knowing, baby. The cunning path. You have tipped off into the background. Some of y'all, literally, you're so cold psychologically and spiritually. You have found a way to make yourself background noise while you watch everything these people do in the spirit. I ain't lying. Some of y'all got spiritual eyes in the back of y'all head. You have found a way to literally remove yourself from the equation. Stand back in the peace of God. Stand back with the wings of God protecting you. And you can look from the shadows and look right at these people and see what they all about. You like, wow. People is watching them. It's like they moving in slow motion. This is how anointed you are. It's like that moment where Neo was fighting the agents in the Matrix. It's just like you're sitting there watching these people make fools of themselves. And you're like, yo, y'all out here making stone cold fools of yourselves. And you're able to watch them. You're able to read their spiritual energy. Many of them, you are watching them attempt to lure you back. These people see your feminine energy as high level. It's priestess level. It's exalted. Listen, they're trying to lure you back, and they're not going to be able to, because spiritually you see it before it's happened. Before it even happens, you have a prophetic way about yourself. You already know the games they playing. So they're not going to be able to lure you back, because you can figure them out. They can't figure you out. You're on the other side of the veil, baby. You're looking through with them. Let me tell you, the lure. They want to lure you back, because something you have to understand. When these people get weird on you, and collective, I already know what I'm talking about. When we cut people off, they get weird. When these people get weird on you, and they will, I'm going to tell you why they're getting weird on you. Because you're a very high-ranking, sacred, spiritual, feminine presence. They don't meet a lot of you, divine. They don't meet a lot of you. They don't find a lot of you. You're something different. You have a shine and a distance about you that they can't duplicate. These people, they was playing games with your energy. They was playing games on your name. They was acting like it was cute and it was funny, and they was hating on you and ha ha ha. She's the joke in the room, key, until you backed out of the room. until you got out of these people way. Now they're desperate. They're trying to lure you back. Girl, you're going to start seeing people trying to put subliminals on their social medias that are geared at you. Folks going to start trying to lure you back by coming on social media talking about, I'm lonely, I'm sad, I don't have a friend. And you're going to be sitting there watching them like, look what happened. Look what happened. Because you see the games they trying to play. They can't run nothing on you. You got divine sight. You got divine insight. They're not going to be able to run anything on you. How they going to run game on you? You see the game before it even gets started because you can see spiritually. Run game on you? How? How would they do something like that? So you got these people out here desperate. And you got all the angelic protection you need, once again, on the other side of that veil. So you have this protection. So we see a lot of these people, like I just said, back to these cards that we just pulled, these people are going to start to feel foolish. A lot of these people are going to start to not only feel foolish, you're going to see how foolish they are. And that's the point where we see this Tower card energy hitting in this situation. Spiritually, baby, what is that Tower card giving? Spirit seeking clarity. What is the Tower card giving? The Tower card is giving what? What is the Tower card bringing to the conversation? Spirit, please reveal to me. Y'all, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the live. Do not be afraid to gift if you may, baby. We just had 2 cards fall out of the deck. The Ace of Wands and Death. This Tower brings through some crazy situations and things. First of all, the people that were the most aggressive towards you, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, baby. These two that were the most spiritually aggressive towards you, we see them having a fall down. We see you witnessing their fall down and their fall out. As you were saying, these people are going to dry up. They're literally going to start to dry up. They're not going to be present to launch these attacks towards you. And I'm going to tell you something about that. What that should tell you about them is the strength of the attacks these people was trying to launch against you. These people wanted you to feel like you had nothing to offer. These people wanted you to feel like you were not necessary in the world. These people were jealous of your wisdom, and I'm going to tell you why. These people were jealous of your wisdom primarily because your wisdom is greater than rubies and pearls and gold and everything that we know the Most High says about wisdom in Proverbs. And these people were very jealous of that because these people wanted to make you feel like they were so excited because they had cars and clothes, when the truth is you were the one with the real wealth. And deep down in their spiritual knowledge, they knew it. Those demons that possessed them knew that you were the one who had the real riches, the goodness, the God, the goodness and the godliness, and those things that could take you forward. When this Tower energy hits, the first thing you're going to see is the collapse of these two people in particular. We also see, you're going to see the collapse of celebration and relationships for these people. These people are suddenly going to be swamped in money trouble and debt. Hey, don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what it is. These people are suddenly going to be swamped in money trouble and debt, baby. Your spirit team does not play about you. Does not play about you. Overnight, these people are going to find themselves having various financial problems. 8 of Wands with the Knight of Wands. It's going to come upon them quickly like a thief in the night, baby. Something is going to start sucking away their resources and their money. Specifically, these two particular people that waged themselves as enemies against you. Again, I told you, this is one entity that was split up into two. These people are going to suddenly start seeing, baby, their money's going to be blowing out the window like, girl, open the car window with a handful of dollars in your hand, and that's how it's going to be going down. They're going to start running into money trouble. We see demonic energy in their life. And baby, guess what's going to happen to these fools right here? Baby, it's going to be the devil that tells their business. The devil is going to come through with the truth about these people. The devil and the Ace of Swords. Spirit seeking clarity. Please clarify for me. Baby, these very demons that they rock with and run with, that they was hoping was going to be the reason that you had problems, are going to start telling their business. Y'all saw these cards fall out the deck, so they're going to read them. I want y'all to catch some tea and catch it fast. 5 of Wands, the Hierophant is 5, and the 5 of Pentacles. Chaos is finna be unleashed on the lives of these people. 5, 5, 5. Chaos is finna be unleashed on the lives of these people like nobody's business. This is coming on the other side of the Tower energy. While these people are standing there in your life aiming these darts, these ugly, nasty, demonic frequencies your way, baby, they've been doing it and doing it. And once the Most High let them angelic presences loose in your life, these curses that they was spitting across the tennis net at you are going to fly back and hit them upside their head like nobody's business. 5, 5, 5, baby. This is a lot of chaotic energy. If you know, you know. And it's coming back towards them Oh, this is a problem. I can tell you before I even dissect these cards, these people start to run into debt. They start to run into unrequited love. These people are going to find themselves falling in love with people that they want and they want and they want that just do not damn want them. These people don't want them. They want these people worse than they wanted anybody in life, and these people just do not want them. They're going to find themselves flying too close to the sun a lot on this five spilling tea. Okay? Please, if you are new, girl, subscribe and do like the live. These and do gift if you would like, girl. Send a couple of dollars if you will. Girl, these fives is spilling all kinds of tea. These people are going to find themselves flying too close to the sun a lot of times. What do I mean by that? They're going to be very ambitious to the point of demonic influence. These are the type of people, some of them, you're going to start to see them rise, baby. They're climbing up in the company, up in the company, up in the company. They've got it all. They out in the streets. If they doing dirt, they're doing dirt. They're taking on bigger and greater capers. They're getting more and more illegal. They're going further and further. They're playing more and more with their health. They're getting more and more BBLs, girl, more and more surgeries. And what happens when people fly too close to the sun and they let ambition take over their heart? Finally, it all falls apart, girl. That last BBL damn near kills them, girl. Okay? They get out here in these situations, in these corporate entities. They get all the way up there and get in a crooked deal. They decide they're going to do the backdoor way. I'm going to get to president by backdooring somebody. And they mess around and get caught up in embezzlement. They out here in these streets playing these crooked games, and they mess around and get caught up. Somebody find out they had something to do with the car getting stolen. Now they out here hiding in a hole somewhere, scared somebody finna take their life away. We talking that type of tea. We talking that type of tea. Okay, that type of tea. The type of tea where you have to say what girl, what the kids say on game. You have to say game. You know they like to do that, and you got to get like the kids when you speak on it. Because it gets that grimy. This person unleashed chaos on themselves when they start playing with you. They unleashed chaos on themselves when they start playing with you. The Five of Wands is literally, it's chaos, it's fights, it's confusion, it's arguments. These people are going to start to find themselves just getting in arguments. They love relationships, arguments, family, siblings, arguments. The people at work, arguments. The people they see on the bus in the morning going to work, arguments. It's confused. What's going on? They're not going to be able to understand what's going on. They unleash this on themselves. Playing with the chosen. You never had to do anything. I'm going to tell you, nobody's done anything to these people. Nobody's done anything to these people. They're getting their own energy back. This is no curse. This was just about you was playing with the chosen, and that mirror got put up in front of you, baby. That spiritual mirror got put up in front of you, and these people start getting back what they was putting out towards you. The destruction that they hope was going to land on your door is just going to land on theirs. Period. That's all. That's it. Nobody had to curse them. The Most High don't never have to curse nobody, baby. People pull it, they do it, they pull the trigger on themselves. That's it. That's all. Five of Wands. Five of Wands energy. It's a lot of fights, baby. It's a lot of confusion. This person is suddenly in a lot of confusion, especially in regards to commitments and promises. Contracts are going bad. Girl, these people are suddenly having problems like with the cable company, just very base level contracts. All of a sudden, bills they paid, they're saying like, no, you didn't pay that. You didn't pay that bill. That bill was never paid. That type of thing. Just confusion over contracts. Friendships are going up in flames. What's going on? What happened to the friendship? Going up in flames. The contract, the friendship contract is just, something is wrong. Something is not right about it. Contracts, they were being offered. We're going to offer you a contract for this. We're going to offer you a contract for the work. We're going to choose you to do the construction. All of a sudden, they're not getting chosen no more. The contract evaporated. The contract vanished. The promises vanished. Friends, people they know that made promises to them. Like, yeah, I promise, we're going to go out, we're going to eat, we're going to kick it, we're going to link back up. Girl, the promise went up in smoke. Girl, nobody care about that. No, we're not going out. I don't care. I don't even remember saying that to you, my guy. When did I tell you we was going to go out for coffee? I don't even like you. Okay, they're just finding different promises and things going up in smoke. What did I tell you? I don't fuck with you like what you talking. I don't kick with you like that. Five of Pentacles energy. One of the main contracts they may start to have trouble with could be a housing contract. Now they're having a hard time securing the best possible housing. There may be credit score issues, different things that just come out of left field. They don't understand why. They should understand why. Y'all been pointing a lot of poison towards somebody that just didn't deserve it. Somebody that just didn't deserve it. Because you were jealous, because you were mad, because you coveted the light of the Most High. You was pointing evil and ignorance and cruelty at somebody who was trying to be your friend, who was trying to help you, who may have helped you get the job you got that you got on and start acting like you was too good for them. Somebody that may have helped you get the things that you needed. Some of y'all, you were literally helping somebody get necessities. Like you knew they needed grocery and they were short. You was like, no problem. I'll cash app you right now. No problem. I'll send Instacart. Send me the list. I'll send Instacart to the house. Like you were moving like that. And these same people betrayed you. And I'm going to tell you what's really funny. Some of the people that you really believe did not like you, these are going to turn out to be the people that are the most there for you. These are authentic people. Some of the people that they never did anything to you, you just thought like, well, I don't really talk to them. I don't think they really like me. These are going to be people you find out, girl, they're the chosen two. It was never no issue with y'all. You just never sat down and talked to that lady before. You never went out for coffee with that man before. The minute you do, you're going to be like, this is my spirit tribe. These are my people. And the people that you had been rocking with, no good. And the minute they start putting their tongue on you, baby, curtains, the towers start, explosions every 5 minutes. They can get mad if they want to. But baby, you are the empress. Ain't nobody, who? Girl, who did they think you was, girl? Who did they think you was? What was they thinking of? These people were literally trying to manifest disaster on an empress. Who's manifesting harder than you, sis? These people were literally trying to manifest disaster on the empress, on the goddess manifester. They were not going to be able to do that anyway. They weren't going to be able to do that. You stand in high feminine energy. We see the priestess and we see the empress over the course of this reading. You have very high feminine energy. Nobody was going to be able to trump you in no kind of way when it came to manifesting, creation, the birth of new things, new ideas, knowledge, softness, observation, spirituality, seduction, listening skills, picking up the unseen, understanding things that people didn't say, hearing things from the spirit realm, seeing prophetically, walking in your calling quietly, knowing how to fall into the background and still see everything the devil is trying to do. Wasn't nobody finna beat you at that? Are we kidding? Nobody was about to beat you at that because that's your calling. You're in high feminine energy. Nobody was going to, first of all, one of the things I need to know about you with you being a high feminine energy, boo, let me tell you this right here. One of the things I need to know about you more than anything else is that you can wade through chaos like nobody's business, baby. The void and chaos is literally part of feminine energy, baby. Genesis 1 and 2. Feminine energy and the womb energy, you're a master mistress of that, baby. They could put you in a black ocean where you couldn't even see and you would be out there swimming with the mermaids singing. Nobody is about to trump you on your ability to wade through some bullshit because you literally like a divine swimmer. Like you can just get through it and see through people. I'm telling you, you've been in situations, sis, where the people around you been just falling apart, falling to the wayside, like any little BS. Oh, the community got flooded with, certain types of substance use, or the people around y'all are all liars, or somebody in the group or in the room want to fight and all this. None of that ever phases you. Like you're never going to be somebody that falls off your divine high horse for none of that BS. You just know how to move. You like, I ain't finna get caught up in that mess with y'all fools, because you know how to move divinely in chaotic environments. You can see in the dark, period. It's like you just know. You be like, I know what that person is trying to do. I know they're trying to get me to get in an argument with these people. I know they want to see something bad happen to me. I know they don't respect. They're jealous of my wisdom and they're trying to act like they don't respect me. I already peep game. So you're one that's hard to clock. Like they can't really clock you like that. And now with you being on the other side of the veil, they really can't clock you, baby. They don't know what's going on with you, okay? You have divine tribe members as well. We got a King of Wands that's on your team. Somebody that when they speak, they carry a lot of weight when they talk. It could be a daddy or someone along them lines. It could be a friend. They carry a lot of weight when they talk. This person always speaks well of you. So they contribute to creating a positive environment around you, an environment environment that is difficult to pierce. People can't just pierce your environment and come for you. That ain't really the way it works. Six of Cups energy. You got a lot of people from your past to be pulling for you. Again, some of y'all have very thick family ties. So you got people that's pulling from you from your past already. There's always rooting for you. They speaking well of you. They praying for you. They always wishing well for you. They're not expecting anything bad or ignorant or tragic to happen to you. 10 of Cups. What I just tell y'all, a lot of divine family energy. And I'm going to tell you right now, some of these family members could literally be on the other side. They may not be here. They may be your spirit team fighting for you on the other side. Okay. They may be your, just your spirit team. They may be your angelic team. Because baby, we see you have a strong angelic influence over you. The Emperor. There's a divine masculine ancestor that somebody has. He's serious. He's like a general in the spirit. He's somebody that when he speaks, thunder claps, things change, people listen. You got a serious spirit team around you. Y'all don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, girl. Thumbs up that live. Subscribe if you are new. Gift if you may, girl. Send a little coin, a little something like that, girl. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. If it's any fellas in here, hey, y'all. Okay, now listen, the Emperor. Somebody has a lot of divine weight behind your energy. Also, when you speak yourself, when you pray yourself, when you say affirmations yourself, amazing things happen in your life. Things start to change. You are a divine manifester. I just told y'all that, and it's as true as it gets. Somebody also has divine dreams. And in these dreams, a lot of these enemies were revealed to you in these dreams, baby. A lot of y'all dreamed it. You started having dreams and you saw these people for who they were and like, oh, I see what time it is. I see what it is. Some of y'all were having dreams of certain animals. These animals, when you see these animals, you know what. If I see rats in a dream, I know somebody around me is contaminated. And I guarantee you within 2 days, they reveal themselves every single time. Some of y'all are having those types of experiences, okay? 7 of Pentacles. Your spirit team is supercharged and there's so much more that people don't know. That's part of the problem. These people really didn't know nothing about you. That's to be all the way real about it. They really didn't know anything about you in the first place. Spirit, please reveal. Please reveal. The Star, the Knight of Cups. What do you need to know? The 9 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Swords. One of the things that you need to know for certain, for sure, is your prayers for divine counterparts. They're going to come, but you have to be sure that you're aware. You have to be very strategic and very curated in how you pick your next group of friends and people, baby, because these people are going to see your strength and they're going to be jealous. You want to make sure you're weeding those people out. People are jealous of your strength. People are jealous of how you carry yourself. People are jealous of the way you walk and make moves because they know when you make moves, things happen. So you have a lot of karmic energies that come around us in the collective, y'all. And because they don't understand spiritual principles, spiritual law, prosperity, abundance, manifestation, the spoken word, they just know that it seems like stuff be working out for you. That's what they're mad about. They just know that it seems like things are working out for you. And they're upset about that. They're like, why is everything working out for her? Like, who is she supposed to be? Well, you're on the right side of the veil and you understand divine law, so you continue to produce abundance and fulfillment, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. They can be mad. They can whisper about you. They can gossip. Nothing is going to come of it. We see 8 of Swords energy. They have literally been blocked out of your life. There's nothing they're going to be able to do or to pull. What are some of the things you need to know? What are some of the things you might notice, girl? These people thought they was going to be able to pull some type of epic capers on you. And all they did, listen to me what I'm telling you, all they did was F around and find out. That's literally all they did. Okay? We done had, girl, we done had all these cards hit the floor. Y'all know we got to read them. All they did was F around and find out. And they can be mad if they want to. They can be salty if they want to. But I bet you it is what it is. Y'all tried to play with the divine and you got what you had coming to you. I have financial issues. It's a funny thing. I guarantee you that some of these people, many of these people, Somebody was trying to come for you, sis. Somebody was trying to speak ill either in your face or behind your back. They were trying to challenge your finances. They were trying to say you was broke or you didn't have your situation together. You didn't have your finances together. Your currency wasn't currencying, etc., etc. They was trying to say this about you. I guarantee you this person has serious financial issues. Somebody that was broke than a bitch was sitting around trying to tell people that you was broke, you didn't have it going on, they was questioning you about your money. Somebody, it was because they were questioning you about your abundance. We see water energy. Abundance energy is all around you. And instinctively, I'm telling you, these demons had these fools possessed. They were trying to paint a picture of you to you, that you were somebody that you can't really get money. Why you ain't making money? Where's your money? I promise you, for many of you, you were sitting there with money. Some of you had just purchased a new car, or you had just gotten some major pieces for the house. And this person, this demon, I want y'all to know how these demons move. When you really want to know if you're dealing with a demon and somebody that's coming for your soul, your essence, your mind, your spirit, this is when these karmic energies will look at you succeeding and they will deliberately turn a blind eye and focus on something else. I promise you, this is a way to identify a demonic spirit. This is when you just got a new job, but 6 years ago you had the gout. When you get that new job, they're going to start bringing up the gout. They're not going to talk to you about the job. They're not going to ask you what your boss is like. They're not going to ask you where you sit. They're not going to ask you if the people plan to give you travel miles, whatever. They're going to start talking to you about the gout. That is how you identify a demonic spirit. They turn a blind eye to the presence of God. I promise you they do. If you ain't never listened to me tell you nothing, listen to me tell you that. I promise you they do. They turn a blind eye to the presence of God in your life. If you get that $1,000 that you just wanted, that you just needed, you got that $1,000, they're going to start talking to you about your child who was sick 8 months ago. Well, what's going on? Is he still dealing with appendicitis? What you mean? They're going to do it, and they will never acknowledge the win that you receive. You've been on that job 8 months. You've been promoted twice. They're going to still talk to you about your son's old appendicitis. I'm telling you, because they try to anchor you to the darkest moments of your life. That is the way you identify demonic spirits. I don't care how many wins you've had. You just lost 100 pounds. They're going to be like, I remember when everybody used to say you was fat. They're never going to celebrate your wins. Divine energies celebrate with each other. Baby, welcoming dawns. These people see the dawn above you. They see that you are walking into the light. They see that you are stepping into light energy. I'm going to tell you where you are in your life right now, beloved, okay? Where you are in your life right now is you are about to rise, much like the planet Venus. That's the energy that I'm getting, Venus energy. You are rising up higher, higher, higher in the sky. Somebody sees that. They see you in that welcoming dawn energy. That is why so many of the people around you have suddenly started to shun you, mistreat you, talk bad about you, start smear campaigns. It is because they are clearly 150% aware that you are about to take off like a rocket. They are intimidated. They are upset. They are broke down. They are sad. And so they start trying to anchor you to old losses. Baby, you haven't been on that job where they was giving you trouble in years. That's what they're going to talk about. Knight of Wands energy. Many of these people are running from something. You don't know. Some of y'all do know, though. These people have secrets, secret lives, secret desires, and they're running from these secret lives and secret desires. Three of Pentacles energy. Some of these people are voyeuristic. They have problems. Like they like to look at things they ain't got no business. They got taste that are not of the adults shouldn't have these tastes. And they like to sit up and look at things they ain't got no business. They're tortured by ugliness and evil desires. Things that they're not sharing with you. But because of these evil desires, these things that haunt them in the night, these demons that have control of their eyes, they're not able to rest. They're consistently a spiritual unrest. This is why they were bothering you, because your peace makes them sick because they can't get none. They ain't got none. They can't find none. They can't have none. And they know that peace is likened to a pure spirit. So they know you don't struggle with demonic urges. You don't have anything that's got control of your vessel. You don't have anything that's driving you to hell and back. You don't have anything that's got control of your mind. And that's what they're mad about. It's a shock a lot of times why these demonic, thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. It's a shock a lot of times why these presents bother and harass the chosen. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe why. Two of Cups. Some of these people, I'm going to say it again, they just wanted to be in some type of partnership with you. You had people that, let me tell you why you was having a problem with this entity that's mad because they couldn't get into partnership with you. Let me tell you exactly why you were having problems with this person. This person became very upset with you and began to move away from you, get mad with you. This person may have been born in July, June, August, September, or January. Those are the months that I'm getting. The reason that you was having problems with this person in particular is because this person started to get upset. They were trying to offload their emotional baggage off onto you. They wanted you to feel bad because they felt bad. They wanted you to take on their misery and depression. This person also wanted to feel like you did the things they suggested. They wanted to feel like if they said that particular restaurant sucks, well, you like it there. So the next week, maybe you say, I went to so-and-so and I had a glass of wine and some sushi. They're going to say, I thought I told you that restaurant wasn't no good. And you thinking, what they got to do with me? I love it there. This person wasn't that type of energy. They wanted to be a primary influencer in your life. They wanted you to take them as word. They wanted you to kind of set your watch by their opinions and their thoughts. They wanted to be enmeshed with you. They wanted to be in a very codependent dynamic with you where you kind of depended on them to know which way to go, how to move, what to do. You kind of thought of them as being your regulator in a sense. This person wanted to be in that space with you and they got angry when they could not be. Okay. This person was very upset as well. We see this Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. This person was also very upset because your talents are doing a lot for you in these changing times. Somebody was saying that you're very adaptable. You're very talented. You're very slick and quick. You know how to get out there and make room for yourself in the world. You don't need them to tell you where to eat. You don't need them to tell you where the good steakhouse is. You don't need them to tell you what to buy. You don't need them for anything. In fact, you're very innovative and you were coming up with unique ways to make yourself marketable, make yourself beautiful, make yourself everything you need yourself to be. This person was very upset by that because it challenged them wanting to be the sole provider of your thoughts. How demonic is that? Wow, Spirit, that's deep. Wanting to be the sole provider of your thoughts. They wanted you to defer to them regularly. How should I feel about this? I went to this place. What do you think? They wanted that type of relationship with you. They wanted a romantic relationship with you where you deferred to them as the leader of your thoughts, your soul, your regulator. You are not available for nothing like that. You are not available for nothing straight like that. You're not available for nothing like that. No divine energy is available for voluntary manipulation. We don't, no, that's demonic. This person was very upset about that. Baby, horse spirit, freedom is yours. You knew your freedom. You kept your freedom. You know that you are free. You have free will in God. And you wasn't finna let nobody hijack that. High priestess of the earth. Here goes that priestess energy. Many of y'all with that priestess energy, baby, you may have been born in April. You may have been born in May. You may have been born in January. You may have been born in you may have been born in January. You may have been born in December. You may have been born in April. No, girl, I'm talking crazy. April, where did that come from? But April, and you may have been born in you may have been born in August. You may have been born in September. Those are the energies that I'm getting for that, okay? Many of y'all have the earthiness about you. This is another reason they couldn't get control of you. You're very grounded. Thank you so much for the hearts in the room, baby. Y'all throw some little hearts in the room, okay? Don't forget to thumbs up, okay? Like the live, girl. If you're new, please do subscribe. We would love to have you. Please come join us. Many of you have a lot of earth sign energy, right? You have a lot of earth sign energy to you. It may be somewhere in your chart. The vibe that I'm getting, it could be in your Mercury. It could be in your Uranus. Okay, it was very difficult to get you to get spontaneous. These demons, they need you to get spontaneous, girl. They need you to be somebody that can get off your rocker and get off it quick and fast. You're not like that. You don't get off your rocker. You don't lose your shit. You're just not that type. So you had a lot of frustrated energies around you. We see Akashic records. Let me tell you something about you. You are written and you are so. You are exactly who you were meant to be. You are exactly who the Most High wanted you to be. So you're not going to be easily pushed out to pasture by anybody. Okay, that just wasn't going to happen. Let me tell you something. I want y'all to really catch it because remember, for those of y'all that was here at the beginning, but you could, of course, watch the replay. Thank you so much for the gift. You could go ahead and watch the replay. Okay, thank you for the gift, Cassandra. You can go ahead and watch the replay. We pulled this King of Cups. This King of Cups energy is someone who is upset with you that they're not in a love relationship with you. This is somebody that wanted you to desire them. This is somebody that you were able to friend zone with ease. And the fact that you friend zoned them has been a blow to their ego that they just never really communicated to you. Okay, this person was going around hurt and upset because you didn't want to be in, be they bay. And they never really articulated that to you. So this was somebody that had a lot of harsh energy. This is the same energy that we're getting here. This person that was hoping that they would be a major influencer in your thought life. They were hoping that you would depend on them. They were hoping that you would defer to them for thoughts and questions. They were hoping that you would fly off into your feelings and be so into them. Baby, you ain't even that type. You are too divine for that. This person is very hurt. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? This person is very hurt. They're very hurt by the way you treated them. You haven't treated them no kind of way, by the way. But this person is very hurt by their perceived way of you treating them. You treated them like you was free. You treated them like you was free as a bird. You treated them like you had an angelic team on your side. You treated them like you can do whatever the hell you want to do, which you can. You treated them like you know who God is, okay? And that God is the person that you should be in line with, that you should be in attune with. This is the energy. This person felt offended by that. This person really desperately wanted you to covet a spot in their life. They wanted y'all to become a relationship. They wanted y'all to become something serious. You're not really on that, sis. You live for yourself and you live for God. And you follow the people the Most High tells you to follow. Well, this person was upset. They considered that hurtful. They felt like you did something to them. They felt like you put them down. They took this away. This is where their malice and hurt started out towards you. This person was deeply wounded. This is the moon. This person was deeply wounded. Deeply wounded by what you did. Girl, you didn't do nothing to them. But this person was deeply wounded by what you allegedly did. Okay? This person felt that you did something to them. This person felt that you came at them some kind of way. When you were no longer available, when you allowed this person to be friend zoned in your life, when you were no longer available and the friend zone came out the bag, this person fell into a depression. Remember now, I want y'all to keep something in mind. This person did show up as a King of Cups. So this person is emotional. This person is sensitive. This person may be very passive aggressive in shadow, King of Cups and shadow energy. This person may be very passive aggressive. And they may have desperately wanted you to love them and follow them and do what they wanted you to do without them having to tell you they loved you and they desperately wanted to follow you and do what you wanted them to do. So there's a lot of King of Cups and shadow energy coming up for this person. That's the thing. They're not really, they weren't being honest with you. They weren't being honest with you ever. This person's a pretender and a dreamer. That's the energy I'm getting. This person, this is like a King of Cups, moon sign energy. Those two things go together. That masculine was a pretender. He was somebody that kind of wanted you to catch on and be his woman and listen to what he had to say. You didn't like him like that. Whatever physical relationship y'all had, you was like, whatever. Or maybe you just friend zoned them after a couple of dates, whatever. This person been sitting square in the middle of your life, posing as a friend. But they've really been upset because they feel like they was a jester for sure. They felt like they was in the friend zone and they did not like it. This person been very upset about the way things played out. However, you defeated them. This is devil in reverse energy, baby. The devil is walking away, okay? And we got the chained people free and they got the light now, baby. They are bearing the light. They got the torch. What happened is in the midst of all of this, you started to get an idea of who this person really was. The knowledge started to come to you of who this person really was. You started to catch on to who this person really was and how this person really was. They had been fooling you because they're so passive aggressive. You kind of didn't give a damn, but you felt like y'all were friends. You didn't really notice that this person was hanging on to, holding on to weird ideas about you, weird thoughts about you, desiring you still. This person was still having a lot of sexual fantasies about you. They weren't telling you any of this. They wanted it to all be your idea to take the relationship further. You didn't care to. It was your idea to leave it in the friend zone. But they were thinking that, hold on, I need more tea on this, because this person was really hung up in this relationship, and you started to really catch on at some point, or you started to catch weird vibes. Something was going on with this person where they was really feeling like, I don't know if they felt like they was owed something more, but it was some funny business. It was some funny business with them. Hold on, I got to see what happened, because this person, it was something in this that they was holding on to. They were holding on to something as it relates to you. Something. Ooh, girl, what's this that flew out the deck? Girl, it was some truth that was troubling this person. Ace of Swords. It was some kind of truth that was troubling this man. Something was getting up under his skin as it relates to you. A lot of times you really didn't talk to this man. Thank you, Crystal. A lot of times you really didn't talk to this man. You weren't really letting him know a lot of things about you. This man felt like he wasn't your first point of contact. He felt like he wanted to be closer to you. He wanted to be the person that you called when something went down, when something was going on in your life. He wanted to be the person you picked up the phone to. Happy day. He wanted to be the person that you picked up the phone for first, like when something was going on. I keep hearing this. It sounds weird to me, but I'm going to say it anyway because I keep hearing it. It's like he wanted to be your next of kin. Thank you for the heart, AJ. He wanted to be your next of kin. He wanted to be your... Wait, hold on. Before I say that, let me keep reading. So this person wanted to be something similar to your next of kin. He wanted to be someone that you reached out to, whenever it was going on, whenever it was going down. He wanted to be someone that you were called for. Like, he wanted to be the person. He was upset with you because he didn't feel like he was being regarded as family. This is a truth that this man was hiding and holding on to for a very long time. He wanted to be seen as family by you. This man wanted to be integrated into your family in a certain kind of way. Queen of Swords in reverse. Because you did not do this, let me tell you something. Secretly, this man felt like you were a bitch. Okay, come on now. You mommy Miami. Do I have it right? You mommy, mommy, you mommy, ma'am. Whatever, girl. Welcome to the live. Uma, Miami. Girl, I know I'm butchering that, but welcome to the live. This man felt like you were I'm glad you caught a live, girl. This man tried to, in his mind, because remember, this is King of Cups energy. So he's kind of passive. But in his mind, it's like he was telling himself you were a bitch. In his mind. He ain't said nothing to you. He ain't said nothing to you. Why he ain't saying nothing to you? Don't you despise that? But people do that to divines a lot. They won't say things to your face. They keep them inside, or they say them to other people. They do the smear campaign. They don't know how to face the light. So they're not going to say it to you because they know it's lies and they know it's ridiculous. And they know you live in your truth. So they're not going to say it to your face. Girl, Queen of Swords comes through in the reverse. So he tries to start like in himself, let me tell you, the real problem he was having with you is that the relationship, or lack thereof, was going the way you wanted it to go. You wanted him in the friend zone, so the friend zone is where he was at. This is somebody that was not able to influence you, as we saw previously. He was not able to influence you to be who he wanted you to be. If he could have influenced you to be different, all would have been cool in the neighborhood. But he was not able to do that. So it was like quietly, secretly, he wasn't saying anything to you about it, but he felt like you were a bitch. Like, oh, well, why can't I influence her? A lot of the thing about your chart, sis, and I can't say where the placements are, but somebody, you have a lot of placements in your chart, or at least a couple. It feels like air and earth. It feels like somebody, your energy feels very Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius, Libra. What is it, girl? Tiger, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Thank you so much for the gift. Hold on, who said that? Thank you. Jeans and flip flops, girl. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. God bless. Also, y'all, if you are new, please don't be afraid to like the live. Thumbs up the live, girl. If you are new, please do subscribe and please do gift. You know, send some little gifts, some little baubles, a little bit of this, a little of that for your girl. Listen, Queen of Swords comes through in the reverse. One of the things that was really an issue or a problem for this masculine when it came to you was you had control of the board, you had control of the way that things were going. um you were the person that he was kind of having a difficult time with. The reason that it's an energy around you that feels very air and earth is because you're a very good communicator and you're very grounded in reality. A lot of times what these karmic energies and demonic energies need more than anything, they need somebody that's not very grounded in reality so they can toy with your reality. They can manipulate it, they can bend it, they can twist it, they can falsify it, they can repeat it to other people differently and you don't really know what happened. They want somebody that's a little less grounded. They want somebody that lives in a reality that can be toyed with. The devil loves people that don't live in hard, authentic reality, that don't know the difference between a sound mind and a mind that's, full of loose rocks rolling around on the floor. This is that type of tea. This is that type of energy. Queen of Swords comes through in the reverse. He was hanging on to that, y'all. Upset, mad, feeling like you did something to him. You didn't do anything to him. You just have a very good grasp of reality. You didn't do anything to that man at all. Six of Wands energy is coming through the building with the Death card. This masculine was dealing with a lot of resentment as well because he felt like you were a winner. See, in spite of the fact that you were not with this masculine, this King of Cups, this shadow King of Cups, this karmic King of Cups, in spite of the fact that you were not with him, you still had confidence. This is upsetting for him. You still had a lot of confidence. And that confidence always kind of took, first of all, your confidence was not about any man or any job or any money. Your confidence came from your spirit team. Your confidence came from the Most High. Your confidence came from your knowledge of spiritual principle. That's where your confidence came from. Your confidence is not earthly. Your confidence is spiritual confidence. It's the confidence that comes when you know you carry a crown on your head from the Most High. That's where your confidence came from. So you always walked in balance and justice. Period. End of conversation. So he was never going to be able to influence you in any certain kind of way. Don't forget to like the live, y'all. He wasn't going to be able to influence you. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. He was not going to be able to influence you in any which way or shape. That's dumb. When you know where your light comes from, you can't be influenced. It's not that type of party. We see the Five of Wands, y'all. So this was an internal fight. I said internal fight. You didn't give a damn and didn't know nothing about it. This was an internal fight. You had this masculine in your life and in your space, and totally unbeknownst to you, this masculine was struggling just to be in your presence. Just being in your presence made him feel emasculated. Just being in your presence made him feel sadness. Just being in your presence made him feel embarrassed. And you weren't doing anything to him. You weren't doing anything to him at all. I promise you. You had turned this man's world. It's the World card in reverse. You had turned this man's world upside down. Okay. I'm hearing it upside down. You're turning me. Okay. You had turned this man's world upside down. He didn't really know what hit him, and you left him in a space of incompletion. He's like, it's like, oh, girl, without you, girl, my life is incomplete. This man was in love with you. Somebody that you was never checking for them like that. You really weren't. But he was in love with you. He feels very incomplete without you. There may be a confrontation coming from this masculine. As you have moved on, you are divinely protected. So we're not worried about whatever little capers or crap he tried to pull. But this masculine may try to pull something. He may try to confront you. Okay? He's going to try to tell you that you're running from this relationship. You're running. He wants to be your man. The truth of the matter is that without you, we see this moon card energy. Pause, because I'm finna dive into this. See, because we've seen the moon before as it relates to this masculine. Let me tell you something about him. This is the type of masculine. He might start like this is like stalker light energy. When the Knight of Cups comes through next to the moon like this, I call it stalker light. And then we see running here, but let's get into these two cards in particular. It's giving stalker light. What do I mean by stalker light? Somebody that keeps looking at your stories, somebody that won't stop texting just every now and then. They ain't texting all day every day like your harder stalkers, but they're coming through with every now and then, hey big head, every 3 days or so. This is somebody that's posting subliminals on their page about you. This is somebody that's still texting you like whatever happened between y'all, then y'all fell out, you moved on. What happened more than anything in your case, divine, is that the Lord moved you. Okay, your angelic energies moved you. Your spirit team moved you more than anything else. Five of Swords. They moved you because betrayal was present. And for those of y'all that was here at the beginning, we know we saw this Five of Swords. And we saw the betrayals that was present. And we saw the characters that were present in the betrayal. So we know who the group is and we know how they get down. If you need to restart the live, go ahead and please do and catch up. So, Five of Swords. This masculine was somebody that already was in a situation where it was a lot of rivalry and pain he was feeling inside himself in regards to that he wasn't even saying. We see the moon and the Knight of Cups. This is somebody that's just going to keep watching. They're going to act like the way it went down, the way that the good Lord saw that Five of Swords coming towards you and moved you out the way. There is no coming back because you've been moved. That's not an option. We see the Lovers card in reverse. Y'all never had that kind of chemistry anyway. Y'all were never going to be whatever fantasy he had in his mind anyway. Because the truth is, at the end of the day, what y'all have is a disharmonious situation. That's the reason why it can't take off and go nowhere. The situation is disharmonious, right? The situation is disharmonious. Y'all really don't have a vibe. Y'all really don't get along. The reason that this is going anywhere or getting along is in his head. You was just a friend of his. You never thought of him as more than that. This man is in a lot of mental and emotional chaos and turmoil because you never saw him like that, girl. What you saw in him was this right here. Thank you, T-Baby. What you saw in him was this right here. You see this? This said no. Girl, this said no. No. Girl, that said no, okay? You're not checking for him, girl. And really, the crazy thing is, we see the Hermit card energy. The wild thing here is about you, girl. To be completely honest, you like spiritual high priestess energy through and through. Girl, you be at home. You be at home. You be with your kids. You have your prayer life. Girl, you cook. You work out. Like, you don't be bothering nobody. You got like hermit energy. When you do go out and get active, it's with a purpose. Like, you're not one of these people, these folks, these karmics, they just hang out to hang out, girl. They just out here in the streets, getting in trouble, starting fights, girl, getting into it with the people at the fish place. Girl, you're not doing any of that. You literally be staying to yourself. Like, you're not one of those girls. You don't even do all that. But he got stars in his eyes, girl. This could be the one. Girl, you did it that so fast. You never was. Girl, we done pulled the death card 2 times in a row. Girl, you wasn't never interested in him like that. Girl, why you ain't want this man? Girl, guess what, girl? You say this man is boring. He's boring. He's boring. You feel like you're stronger than he is. Like, you're not into, he's not your type. He's not your type. He's not your type. What you said, T-Baby, calling you out, huh? He's not your type. 4 of Swords, girl, with strength. You don't feel he's strong enough. You don't feel he's open-minded enough. 2 of Swords. You don't feel like he's not spiritual like you. He's not somebody you could speak with on real spiritual issues and things like that. Really, girl, a lot of times when you talk to this fool, he got weird views or something like that. Because a lot of times you talk to him, you get mad as hell. This man be raising your blood pressure in conversation. There's something going on with him where there wasn't, like, you might have found him amusing and cool to be cool with. But when you start looking for a man, you're looking for a divine masculine. He doesn't know anything about that type of archetype, and he's not that, by the way. So when you look for a man, you're looking for a man that is of a certain cut, a certain caliber. He's got a certain way, a certain constitution. You're looking for somebody that is righteous, that has a mind that is right and exact, that moves in a certain way, that's going to honor you, that is family oriented, etc., etc., etc. Girl, he doesn't know anything about that. He doesn't know anything about that. A lot of times when he talks, you like, this, he is dumb. This, what? You be irritated. So yeah, we're cool, we're friends, but yeah, you're talking stupid. Let me get off the phone. That's how you've dealt with him. He's not the type of person you would want to be your man. That's why you friends on them. Cause you're like, you cool, like we can sit up and laugh about frivolous things, but the spiritual depth of you, the way you move, the mindset you have, the way you really think when nobody is looking, like the way you sit alone in meditation, the way you stay close to your family, the way you keep your mindset tilted in a positive direction, the way that you will walk away and wade your way through chaos and foolishness like nobody's business, the high anointing that you have, you wasn't finna be with nobody like him. To you, like you felt like he had a lot of maturing and meeting himself and meeting God to do. You was like, I'm gonna tell you something else about this. Thank you, Spirit. This man represented a past version of you. Like you may have met him when you was one kind of person, and you've had more of an awakening, ascension, etc., etc. You don't date guys like that's not, you totally don't move like that no more. He may not have realized you had an awakening because this man was strategically trying to offer you something over and over again that was beneath you, which was really more than anything, wow, dark. More than anything, what he was trying to offer you, trying to slowly bring towards you these little strategic games and plans, it was too slow for you. Spiritually, mentally, physically, sexually, emotionally, you're much faster than this man. To you, y'all may have been the same age. He may have even been older. But to you, this was light. This is light work. This was light work. You like, This was light work. You like, you're not the type of masculine that I am going to get all involved in like that. Like, no. It was just a whole big no. And the thing is, back to, once again, we came across this at the beginning of the reading. You stayed in divine balance. You stayed in divine balance. This masculine was never able to get you out of balance. Remember, he wanted you out of balance. What do I mean by that? He wanted you out of balance when we saw that his goal was to kind of fill your mind with his thoughts. He wanted you to be easily manipulated by him and his foolishness, his lies, and his games. That was never going to be an option. That's never going to be an option for him. Period. That was that King of Cups energy that was lingering around you in your life. Now you remember, girl, we had that Ten of Swords energy that was loitering around you as well. Somebody that we saw at the beginning, girl, I told you this person was just a goddamn loser and they just wasn't on nothing. I don't know who this person was. Like I said, for some of you, this person could have just been family. This person's a family member and you were trying to bring them up. You were trying to bless them. You were trying to help them. You were trying to be good to them. But at the same time, it was just kind of like, it's only so much you could do. But what you might have needed to catch on to was this person really just ain't got themselves together. Whoever they were, whatever they was about, this person had some things going on in their life, baby, that just wasn't what's happening. Y'all, let me get a little water. Put some hearts in the comments, y'all, while I sip me a little water, girl. I go hard, girl. I go hard. Every big water. You heard me? Come on, alkaline. All right. This person, you may have been trying to do the most for them. Yeah, girl, that's some good water. You may have been trying to do the most for them. They wasn't ready. You might need to accept the fact that that particular person is in the death cycle, y'all. That particular person, and by that I just mean spiritually, they're not, now somebody is speeding towards their death. And I mean by their behavior. They're reckless. This person's reckless. This person's reckless. They're not even thinking about the memories that you or anyone has with them, right? There may be kids involved. This person's going through something, girl. Within 5 years, this person you might want to pray over this person. Within 5 years, girl, this person might get up out of here. They're making bad decisions. Okay? And they got so much potential. You've always prayed for and pulled for this person's potential. You was like, I want to see this person. I want to help. How can I help? They had so much. There's so much that could have gone on with this person, but they may have married the wrong person. This person may have married the wrong person, or they kept putting themselves in relationships with the wrong people. This person had, they don't respect themselves when it comes to partnership. They was just putting themselves in with anybody. Okay, people that they might have just ran into, girl, out here on a snowy day, just whoever the hell. Okay, they would stay in long relationships with toxic partners. This person, one of the reasons that they have issues and problems is they kind of like their soul, or their mind, shall I say, may have kind of gotten eaten away by the devil, girl. They because they was allowing themselves, they would get around people that was effed up and then stay around the people. They wouldn't move on from the people, and by proxy, you ended up dealing with a lot of dead weight, because this person, girl, this person was the type of person where you cared what happened to them, but they didn't care what happened to them. So you would kind of find yourself kind of like hurt, or having to coddle them, or trying to be there, or trying to help them find solutions for problems and situations, when really they allow other people's mess to get them in mess. Girl, this person, they're clingy. So what you have to understand about them is they tend to cling to people, even if the people are garbage, even if the people don't mean them no good. They'll cling to low frequency things, low frequency partners, low frequency housing, low frequency music. They may drink a lot, they may smoke a lot, they may not want to give up, like the doctor told them, hey, if you don't stop eating so much salt, this is going to happen. They don't want to stop. They're not going to stop eating the salt. They're not going to stop eating that. They don't care. They're going to keep hanging on to low frequency habits. They're not trying to level up. That's not who they are. Ace of Pentacles, you represented the divine feminine energy in this person's life through and through. This person actually looked up to you. They wanted to be able to be a soft place for you to land. One thing about this person, in their crises, in their low point, in their sadness, in their weakness, in their whackness, this person really did want to be the best for you. They wanted to be something more for you. They wanted to show you something better. This person they wanted to be in divine energy, because they may have felt called towards it. They didn't know how to do it, but this person wanted to be the best for you, but they really would keep themselves from you sometime, or keep things from you at times, believe it or not, because they kind of know they ain't right. They kind of know they ain't right. Oh, God bless you, Natasha. They kind of know they're not right. They knew that they were kind of outside of righteousness. This person knows they're not living right and exact. Yeah, insecure loser. It does give that. They know they're not right and exact. They know they ain't got it right. They know they're not doing things the way they're supposed to do them. They know they're not. The Tower. This person, let me tell you something about this person. I don't want to laugh because it's not funny. Baby, this person be getting hit by the Tower all the day. The Tower energy, girl, this person have Tower moments every Thursday evening. You getting a text message or a call, and you like, again? What is you? I'm telling y'all, a lot of these karmic energies, especially when they refuse to answer the divine call. Let me tell you something. This person could come to you and ask you the sinner's prayer, or have you write an affirmation, or read some Psalms, something. Wait, hold on. Girl, there are things, and I'm just feeling called to do it, girl. Power of the Psalms. This person needs Psalm 82, baby. This is where we came through at Psalm 82. This is a psalm for saving oneself from transgression. We just opened a book on that, girl. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Selah, defend the poor and the fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Baby, if you don't have this book, Power of the Psalms, you probably should. Let me tell you something about that. This person does not know they are God. They do not know they are gods. They don't know their worth or their value, and you're not going to be able to teach it to them. And with that being said, this person is always putting themselves in tower moments and hanging with tower people. That is what they need. They need to pray against that. The fact that they don't know who they are, don't respect themselves. They need to proclaim who they are, and stop hanging with people that ain't talking about nothing, ain't about nothing, ain't doing nothing, but they don't. And because of that, you around them, you constantly were dealing with secondhand stress, secondhand heartbreak, secondhand Three of Swords energy, where this person then got out there in these here streets and is surrounding themselves with some more drama. Yeah, me too. Me too, Felicia. It's surrounding themselves with more drama. Okay? Surrounding themselves with more drama. Every time you look around, there's more drama to be said. Five of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Eight of Pentacles. This person, they work really, really hard and never really have anything to show for it because of the type of people they hang around. They hang around leeches. These people, let me tell you something. This is the type of person that, like, they'll cook up a lot of food and just let people come by and eat at their house. They may let, like, ragged cousins or nieces or nephews or even sons and children that they know ain't about nothing borrow away all their money. They'll work hard, do overtime, then like, oh, I let my relative take $300 from me that they don't have. Now they're in a crisis of housing. This person, it's like they just don't love themselves, y'all. Ten of Cups. Again, I said this person could be family, or it could be this person's family that's draining them down to nothing. They pick the wrong people around. To be around. They put themselves in bad company. They've picked wrong partners in the past, and it all has led to a culmination that left them in the Ten of Swords. Absolutely, the curse of the servicer that has left them in the Ten of Swords. Nothing works out. They always end up in a bad way, and now they think they belong there. People plot on this person a lot. Seven of Swords. People plot on this person all the time. And for that reason, because people plot on this person all the time, church bells ring when the judgment card comes through the building. This person often finds themselves in judgment. They're in mess. People always talking bad about them. Okay? Always concerned about them. They're concerned for their friends. They're concerned for their family. People are always worried about them. They're the type of person that people wonder, like, are they going to be okay? Are they still going to be here? Are they finally going to get in the car with the wrong people and not be here? Are they finally going to, what's going on? How long are we even going to be able to depend on this person to be on the other side of the phone? It is that type of energy. One of the reasons that y'all can't get nowhere with this person, girl, this person be thinking that their soulmate is going to come in and save them. This person is like a sucker for love type of energy. Y'all, if you are new here, please do subscribe. Don't forget to like the live. This person is a sucker for love type of energy. And it's unfortunate with those types of karmic energies when they don't want to come in, because you'll come into the divine collective, because this person, when we see this is the type of person that always believes that some type of love is going to save them, and they don't know what love is. They don't know what divine love is, so they align themselves with street people, with liars, with mean people, manipulators, users, abusers, people that are going to suck them dry. They have an ex that they won't release, that they won't let go of, and this isn't about I got an ex and I won't stop talking to them. This is about I have somebody in my life that I won't let go of, as in the spiritual sense of the word. They won't let go of their ex. They won't move on. They won't level up. They won't let this person go. They keep continuing to try to hold on to this person. This person is going to ultimately, or I won't even say this person. Thank you, Spirit, for that clarification. I won't even say the person. The way this person moves and thinks about love, period, is going to ultimately lead them into some type of legal trouble. The type of legal trouble I'm seeing is that this person is going to get grifted by somebody. Somebody that they date or deal with is going to ultimately start taking their money. This person is going to bleed them and bleed them and bleed them and bleed them. And when they are finally bled out, they're going to get very angry and they're not going to leave this person alone. I see them it could be a male or a female, y'all. I don't know. I see them going up on this person's lawn repeatedly, demanding money till finally there's like a restraining order involved and all that kind of thing, because they start to feel taken advantage of and they become triggered. What did I just tell y'all? Finances, okay? And we see journey. This next person they're involved with is going to take them on a long financial journey to the depths of hell. If they don't say that psalm and learn how to be forgiving, okay, learn how to be forgiving, this person is going to ultimately end up in a situation where they're going to find themselves in deep spiritual trouble, if not legal trouble, because they're going to allow somebody to take them there. It's no other way to say it. They're going to allow somebody to take them there. Okay, somebody to drain them pockets, heart, mind, and soul, because they're kind of naive or something, where they always believe that, oh, we're gonna do this or that. They may end up, the love's gonna save me, love's gonna save the day. Okay, high priest and baby energy, y'all. High priest or high priestess. This person also, somebody may be leading them around by the nose because of a baby, or you may have a baby with this person. Someone could really have a hold of them because of a baby. This could be somebody that you're seeing, and then they got this baby mama. Okay, Cassandra, LOL. And then they got this, look, I be saying LOL out loud like I'm crazy. Okay, high priestess and baby. This person, they may have a baby mama or somebody in the background. This person is leading them around by the nose, y'all. This person has had them going for a long time because of this baby. They have consistently engaged them in wars and battles. There are certain things that this person could have done to avoid having a baby with a really, really toxic counterpart, but they didn't do that. This person could have got with the Most High, and they could have simply waited, y'all. They could have simply waited to have a child. They could have simply waited to do any of these things, but they did not do them. This person chose not to wait. They chose not to hold off. They chose not to wait until God brought them the right person, and they went ahead kind with someone else. Girl, they went on out here and had a baby with girl, whoever. And this has caused them a lot of grief. The person that they had this baby with is not a good person. The person that they had this child with was not a good person. This person may have even been engaged to this person at one time. Everybody warning them, telling them, don't do it. Don't get in this mess with this person. Don't take this stress on. I don't care if y'all have a baby. Take the legal precautions to be there for your child. Do not get more tangled up with this fool. They didn't do it. They loved having sex with this person. They remained in courtship with this person. They potentially married this person. And what did I tell y'all? This person took every damn thing they had. I told y'all this. And it could lead, girl, and it could lead to their death. I told y'all this. It could lead to despair. I told y'all this. I told y'all this. Baby, I told y'all this. This is the message. Girl, this is the message. You've been saying you need time. Somebody been trying to have time. Like you've been thinking that time was going to help you with this person. Time was going to help you witness to this person. There is not no, I'm going to have time to be with this person. There's not time because this person does not listen. They're a sucker for love. I done told y'all that if somebody promising this person love, and it's sad, that's why we read those Psalms, because there's an emptiness. There's an emptiness to this person. There's a serious emptiness to this person where they go around doing whatever it is that they do. They go around moving however it is that they move. And because of that emptiness, they make bad decisions. Because of that emptiness, they make strange decisions. That's just the way that it is. And because of that, you really have not been able to witness to this person. Somebody been trying to witness to this person as a friend, as a comrade, or as an ex, or as a current relationship, or as a relative. This is someone that you often were trying to somewhat save. You were trying to somewhat save this person. And it is no saving them because of the things they believe in. They have a naivete to them where they believe they're going to be able to save somebody. They're going to be able to save somebody. Therefore, they keep making themselves be in need of saving. Do you see what I'm saying? They want to save trash people. They want to save people that ain't nothing. They want to save people that don't have nothing going for themselves. And as a result, you follow me? As a result, they keep finding themselves in horrible positions. And then they lean on their friends that are high in spirituality. And you really have, this is somebody you had a heart for. Straight like that. You had a real heart for this person. But at the end of the day, this person would have to say themselves, crime of passion. I'm telling y'all, this person is headed to some shit. Baby, let me tell you what I'm going to warn you about this person, because this person is headed off a cliff or something like that. I don't mean literally, but I just mean how they moving. Let me warn you with something about this person. When everything starts hitting the fan, when everything starts getting weird, where their dedication and devotion to the wrong people starts to become a death trap of sorts for them, whether energetically, spiritually, or physically, when that starts to happen, Listen, do not get caught up in trying to help him figure out what happened. Do not get caught up in, I'm going to be the one to help you with legal fees. Do not be the one to get caught up in, I'm going to be your personal prayer warrior. Don't get caught up in putting your energy in the line of fire with this person, because I want to remind y'all, the person that we're reading right now is the person that we pulled. For those of y'all that was at the beginning of the reading, the person that we pulled is a 10 of swords. A 10 of swords. This person, it's a loss. It's a girl, it's boots. It's a loss. It's not something that you're going to be able to fix. It's not something that you're going to be able to bring back. It's not something that you're going to be able to personally bring, oh, I can make it happen. No, you can't. Y'all, don't forget to like the live. If you're in the room, if you are new, please do subscribe. Okay, go ahead, subscribe, girl. We are here all the time. Okay. It's not something that you're going to be able to fix. It's not something that you're going to be able to, we don't fit together. You can't put this back together. You can't iron this back out. You can't make this make sense again. You're not going to be able to facilitate a resurrection of this relationship. You're just not going to be able to do that. This person, like we pulled to begin with, this person is living a life that places them in a 10 of swords. They're living a life that places them in a 10 of swords. This person has been moonlighting as a good person, as a great person, to the best of their ability. And I want to say something about this person. This person isn't evil or mean or anything. It's not that. It's literally just about this person and them. They've done the best they could do, but there's some spiritual holes there. Like we saw, this person doesn't know they're divine. This person doesn't know they're choosing a road that's not good for them. This person doesn't know they don't know light energy. This person doesn't know they're worth so much more than what they're allowing themselves to be a part of. This person doesn't know that. They just don't know it. It's not about them being like so horrible. That's what we saw with this. Remember in the beginning, we saw this person just being a user, and in them being a loser, and in this person being a loser, they're bad news. They're not just bad news on purpose. They're bad news because they even bad news to themselves. If you don't understand what I'm saying, this is somebody you will have to learn to cut. And you love this. Somebody cares about this person for real, but you're going to have to cut ties. And you're going to have to decide who you really want to be, because this person is the type of person that will drag you back into bad habits. Okay, hold on. This person will drag you into bad habits. Don't mess around and find yourself bound to this person. You want to keep your freedom. Okay, you want to make sure you stay released from this person, because if you keep entertaining their negativity long enough or trying to save them from drowning, you'll mess around and get stuck. You mess around and get stuck in what they got going on. Okay? You don't want to get stuck in what they got going on. Yeah, he likes that. He likes being over there. And somebody, you got to really recognize that there is no saving this person. There is no fixing them. There is no like being their life jacket. And there are times when somebody does just need that voice of reason, and they're going to be like, God bless you, you helped me. But this ain't one of them times, baby. Do you see? Hold on. Because it's the win for bad. There was some girl, hold on. The Judgment card fell behind the table, and the Ace of Pentacles is standing upright. That is the divine feminine energy. Ace of Pentacles. Let me tell you something. Somebody, you are narrowly escaping judgment. And you only escaping judgment because of the favor of the Most High. You are narrowly escaping judgment with this man. Narrowly escaping judgment, baby. Church bells ring when the Judgment card comes to the building. You are narrowly escaping judgment, because judgment is all over this man because of the way he lived his life. It is only because of the winds blowing, because I don't know how that car flew back there. The winds of the Most High, baby. The winds of judgment. The winds of your spirit team are keeping that from hitting, keeping you standing in the upright position. This is a Ace of Pentacles that landed upright on my rose quartz heart. That represents healing and love. Baby, it is the healing and love of your spirit team that has you in position. Girl, that blew my hat back. Thank you, Spirit, for that. That has you in position where you haven't gone underwater already, fooling with this fool. Y'all, if you are new, please subscribe. Also, be sure to like the live, gift if you may, okay? Listen, girl, that's the only reason you ain't went under now. It's because of your spirit team. Three of Wands. Don't mess around and let your future get away from you, girl, because that Three of Wands just almost slid away from me. It could happen so quickly. Girl, find someone else to spend your time with. Drinking for someone who has not. Find someone else to spend your time with. Drinking from a cup of love, and then we see the Two of Cups. Find somebody else to kick it with. Find somebody else to spend your time with. Truly. Truly, because this person, they'll turn your world upside down. And the sad part is, without even meaning it. Without even meaning it, they would turn your world upside down. This person thinks you're very beautiful. They think you're very dope. Whoever they are, they think you're really fly. Family member or not, this person thinks you're all that. So they try to cling on to your life, but baby, they ain't got their life together. Girl, they ain't got their life. You don't want, girl, don't get caught up in that. You will end up being their mama. Whole time. Queen of Cups, they will become a liability emotionally, spiritually, mentally. This person will become a liability. You don't want that. You don't want to get stuck, because I'm going to tell you something about allowing karmic energies to become liabilities in the same way that children become, well, now children aren't liabilities, but you know what I mean. To your heart, when you love someone like that and you start feeling like you want to be there for them, you want to coddle them, you want to be their caretaker. Oh my God, I want to keep you from getting in trouble and that type of thing. Anytime something like that is going on with a person, you're going to start to feel so emotionally entangled with them, and they're going to get more and more trouble, and they're going to start taking you with them because you have become so emotionally enmeshed and entangled with them. Don't do that to yourself. I promise you it ain't worth it to do that to yourself. It is not worth it. You know prophetically this ain't something you're supposed to be involved in. Precognition. Use your gifts. You got gifts. You know better, because you can't afford to be all involved in this person. Make sure you're doing your manifestation, okay? And just thinking of where you could go, projection energy, and where you're supposed to be, baby. Listen to them heavenly messages. When it comes to this person, listen to your heavenly messages, because you don't have nan heavenly messenger that will tell you to be around that person, baby. Frog spirit sticking around that person will mess around and let off a plague of frogs in your life, and you don't want that. I don't want that for you. And baby, here goes the Tower again. Lightning strikes. This person got a lot of, you almost want to say it's bad luck that surrounded them. Girl, an addiction. Ain't that something? You almost want to say it's bad luck all around them. That ain't something that you need. Spirit, tell me more about this group. That ain't something that you need. Girl, nobody needs that around them. I told y'all that person's a mess. And they going down fast. Three of Pentacles. In the Three of Pentacles, not long. With that Three of Pentacles, some of these people, they're going to try to come back, and they're going to, you're going, I told y'all, we saw it earlier in the reading, the veil has come down over these people. Baby, these people are going to try to pop up, and they're going to try to kind of create an environment. And that environment they're trying to create, oh, let's socialize, let's be friends again. Don't do it. Prioritize your mental and physical health, and remember that you are on the other side of the veil, and that the Most High been got you up out of that mess. He been got you up out of that. Okay, my value is measured by my own standards of success. Exactly. Remember who you are. Do not allow yourself to get sucked into that plateau of mess that they doing, baby. Six of Swords. Get away from these people and get away from them quickly. When they try to come through your life, they try to come back, you're going to move away from them. Gradually, mentally, move away from these people. Move away from them. They're no good. They're not going to be able to help you. Please get away from these people by April. For those of us that's watching this live right now, we know that is a month away. Get these people out of your life, number one. Number two, if they're already gone, thank you, girl. That's right. That's right. Come on now, Yo Channing. Get out their way. And if it's not that, if they're already gone, don't go back. because they're about to try to, people try to hoover, they try to circle back, they try to get back in your life, they try to get things going again. Do not allow them to do it. King of Cups in reverse, baby. Guess I didn't told y'all this man is coming back. Mr. I'm in love with you, but I never said so. This is a King of Cups in reverse. King of Cups shadow energy. This masculine is he's grown very bitter of his heart. You're not wanting to be basically his wife, but I know, I don't know if y'all noticed earlier, I kind of didn't say wife, but I wanted to say it, but I didn't say it because every time I get ready to say this man wants you to be his wife, I feel a stop. So I don't know what exactly is it that he wants you to be. It feels like wife to me. But every time I get ready to say wife, I feel like a stop, like that's not the answer. That's not what he wants. That's not what he wants. Baby, what do this man want? What do this man want? What is it that he wants you to be in his life? Spirit seeking clarity. What exactly is it that this masculine wants you to be in his life? This is the wrong deck. This feels like the wrong deck to answer this question. What exactly is it that this masculine wants you to be in his life? What's tea? What's to it? Six of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Well, what does the man want? This man got emotional problems. It's like he deals with, I want to say anger management-ish. He has a helpmate and a maid. This man has emotional problems. He needs help with his emotions. He has an anger problem, or like, it's almost like unrest. I won't say an anger problem. That's extreme. It doesn't feel like it's as extreme as that, but it feels like he has unrest. He can't rest. He's not at rest. He has things that bother him mentally where he's just not always he's not at peace. This man wanted you to be someone that helped him balance. See, that way that you have of being balanced and being in peace, this is what it is that troubles him about himself in relationship to you. He doesn't have that same balance that you have. This masculine wanted someone around and wanted you to be around to help him balance out his issues, his inability to be balanced off. He wanted you to be there for that and to be there for that forever, to be his emotional regulator forever. Knight of Swords, Two of Cups. He wanted you to be there to be that forever. Okay, I'm sorry. Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. He wanted you to be there to be that forever. And he was trying to block you from moving on. Page of Swords. He did not want you to end that relationship. He did not want you to move on. This masculine wanted you to be there forever and ever and ever, to be somebody that he could rain dance on, okay, and have you be there to be, I hate to say this term, but it's what I heard, an emotional support dog. He needs emotional support. We see the Hermit. He needs somebody. He would have wanted you to ultimately live with him, to help him stay at peace, to help him stay cool and smooth, to help him keep himself copacetic, as they say. Keep everything copacetic. You were supposed to be there. I'm hearing sedative. I'm hearing, yeah, you were like a sedative. You were like something that was supposed to give him emotional ease, emotional help, something that was going to help him not be upset, something that was going to help him not be in unrest. Four of Pentacles. He was very greedy with your energy. If you ever really look back and think about this situation when it was going on, this masculine, low key, he was trying to hoard your energy. He may have tried to take up more time in your day when you might say, oh, I got to get off the phone. He's trying to take up more time in your day, or he's trying to come up with things for y'all to do together. It wasn't so much about spending time with you as it really was about keeping you from moving on and doing other things, y'all. Just keeping you to himself. Okay? He had got to a point where he really just wanted to be keeping you for himself. That was truly a quest of some kind of his. Eight of Cups. This man had a great fear of you walking away, because you have to keep in mind, you were there helping him to regulate his emotions, helping him to not jump off the Brooklyn Bridge or something like that, girl, for those of y'all that's in Brooklyn. So the last thing he wanted was for you to walk away, because if you walk away, how does he manage? How is he going to manage without his divine feminine energy? How is he going to manage without a goddess that's there helping him stay on point? How is he going to manage? Nine of Swords, baby. He can't manage without you. Nine of Swords. We talking about, once again, we keep getting this energy. I'm going to tell y'all, since we keep getting this energy, I got something I definitely want to say about this. I really feel like somebody really needs to catch this. This masculine can't make it without you. That's why he went into that stalking light that we saw earlier. He can't make it without you, sis. He really can't. There's sleeplessness that comes when he doesn't have you around to talk to help him regulate his emotions, to be a friend, even though this person was actually in love with you. This is somebody that is not able to emotionally handle. Remember, King of Cups energy. This is a very emotional type of guy. A feeler, a heartfelt, a heart energy dude. He doesn't deal so well when you're not in his life. He doesn't deal so well when you're not around for him to bounce things off of. That's not something he really can cope with. That's not something he really can do. He really can't. It's not something that he knows how to do. So this man's thoughts, y'all, Nine of Swords. Swords is all about logic, thought, mind, mental, etc. This man's thoughts, y'all, they've reached an apex, and he has nobody to offload them on or talk to them about. This man is going through it, and somebody needs to really catch that. He's going through it without you. So what do I mean? I'm talking about nightmares. I'm talking about he should be up at work at 6, but he's binge watching shows because he can't get peaceful enough to go to sleep, and he can't call you to talk to. He can't text you to talk to. You're not there. So, oh, elephant legs. Oh, no. Not elephant legs, girl. Oh, my God. Not elephant legs. Oh, no, girl. Nine of Swords. This man is dealing with a lot of not being able to rest. So it's affecting his work performance potentially, because if he can't see, you can't sleep, you can't work. So it is what it is. So he's dealing with a lot of that type of stuff. He's dealing with, girl, that elephant legs. Yeah, he's dealing with a lot of that. Again, he's trying to frame you as the reason he's having these problems. He's telling people, and this is what he's telling people. So I'm getting this. This is giving very much, I'm gossiping, and he's upset. It's like he's framing you. I ain't used this word in ages, so spirit, you cutting up. But it's like he's framing you, this Queen of Wands, it's like he's framing you as sapphire energy. Like you just put your hands on your hip and went off on him for no reason, and you left him behind, and you didn't even care about his feelings. None of that happened. This is a situation where he had become a negative Nancy, a Debbie Downer, because he could not have his way with you. And in that toxic energy, and with him steadily thinking toxic thoughts, what ultimately started to happen was the Most High simply started to break that damn relationship up. Y'all were just friends. He didn't want that. He was in love with you. He was in passive aggressive energy. And that type of demonic concealment, okay, because that's what passive aggression is, that type of demonic concealment. Okay, the Most High just broke that thing up. That's it. That's all. Don't forget to like the live and subscribe if you're new. Okay. Gift if you may. Okay. Once again, he's telling people this. The reason he's telling people you did something to him and you left him out in the cold is because of your balance. We got temperance, because you know how to alchemize your energy, because you know how to be in balance, specifically because you know how to hold your emotions. You don't allow yourself to emotionally fall apart. You don't. Like, even if you're emotional, you're like, let me get off the phone. And Nancy and the Karen, girl, you clouding the head today, Margarita, girl. You is showing out. But it's just a type of situation where you know how to balance yourself. You know how to get control of yourself. And I'm going to tell you something else that upsets him. You know how to take your emotions, like when you speak about your emotions, when you talk about your emotions, when you express your emotions, you express them in a way where they affect the hell out of him. You speak in a way that touches this man's heart. I'm going to tell you something about this man you did not know. Remember, y'all, we speaking of that King of Cups energy at this point. I'm gonna tell you something about this man you didn't know. This masculine is, it's like he's poetic, romantic poetic. You might not know. He may like, when he's alone, he may read poetry. He's the type that may like, he likes to listen to romantic music. I'm hearing like Michael Jackson, I Can't Help It. I'm hearing like Sarah McLachlan, Adia. I'm hearing Nora Jones, Sunrise. I'm hearing Songbird by Kenny G. I'm hearing Foolish Heart by Steve Perry. You know, I'm hearing, this is a masculine that has, I'm hearing Sailing by Christopher Cross. This is a masculine that has a sensitive spirit. He has a sensitive soul, more sensitive than you even know. And he doesn't really let anyone know that. Part of the reason he has so many emotional problems is because of the level of sensitivity that is present in his soul and his heart and his spirit. And when you talk, the way that you talk, maybe you're eloquent, or maybe you just really express your feelings well, or somebody, you have a higher voice, you have a very higher feminine voice like his grandmother did. That's what I'm hearing. And it touches him. Like his heart feels your voice. His heart feels the resonance of your voice. His heart feels the sensitivity of the things you say. His heart is really light when he hears you talk and speak. That's why he's getting so much healing energy from you. And that's why though it goes both ways, because there was a lot of resentment about him not being able to possess you at the same time, right? So there was a love hate there because he wanted it to be more, whether it was he was saying it or not. This masculine, as we saw, it's not about him wanting you to be his wife, but it is about him wanting you to be a lifetime partner. I hope y'all caught that fade. Y'all caught that T when we just pulled them cards a moment ago. It is about him wanting you to be a lifetime partner. Now, he didn't want to go to, and I want y'all to hear me good. He did not want to do it officially where y'all were married, you know, the righteous path. He didn't want to do that. But he did want you to be in lifetime partnership with him. He wanted a future with you. And the fact that he didn't get one, y'all, it hit his ego a certain kind of way where he kind of can't stop talking about you, because through his days now, I'm literally seeing a man that's like limping, like he's walking with the limp down the street, because this is about him being emotionally imbalanced. It's like he's emotionally imbalanced. He's not able to, he can't get back into balance, girl. He don't have no regulator. It's like people that have therapists, and there was never an end to the treatment. Therapy was just over. Even a physical therapist, you know, people that go to physical therapy, they having a back problem or a hip problem or whatever is going on, and they say, oh, you're supposed to have 12 sessions or something like that, and then in session 6 they just end the sessions. Well, this person still can't stand up like they need to, or they still need more stretching. That's where he's at. Without your energy, he's in like a deficit. Without your energy, he's not able to recalibrate. Without your energy, he's not able to get his footing. How about that? He's not really able to get his footing without your energy, because you have become somebody that was like a wife. I tell you, wife is dancing all over this storyline and this situation that this man is bringing up here with this weird hypersensitive energy that he has on the board with us tonight. 4 of Wands. Y'all, it's like he want, I always say unwife. You have men that be wanting unwives. They want a wife, but they don't want to marry her and say she their wife, but they want a wife. This man was looking for an unwife in you. And the fact that he doesn't have you there, he's experiencing a great deal of grief. 5 of Cups. He's experiencing a great deal of grief. He's experiencing a great deal of what feels like loss, no different than when someone dies. But it's important to keep in mind, because sometimes with male energies like this, or karmic energies like this, period, male or female, it's easy to fall into feeling sorry for them. It's easy to you know, because we are empathetic creatures. It's easy to fall into feeling sorry for them, or saying, I got to go back, I got to rescue them, I got to help them. But you got to keep in mind, there was resentment. When we started this reading, this is an energy that had a lot of resentment towards you. They don't want to be in position that you have them in. They don't want to be your friend. They want to be more. They want more to happen between y'all. They're not comfortable with things the way they are. They're not comfortable with things how they are. They want you to be in their life the way they want you to be in their life. They're not horribly interested in the fact that you don't want a romantic relationship with them. So they're grieving you, and somebody may feel bad and be like, "Oh, I should," but they're not gonna behave. Seven of Pentacles energy with the Nine of Wands. The only thing this person has, I mean, I ain't gonna say the only thing they have left, but the only thing you would experience if you tried to go back around them. Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. This person just has like a reservoir at this point of resentment, ego bruised, ego damage, cracked ego, bruised ego. You hurt my feelings, you hurt my ego. You didn't want to be my woman. You was only interested in being my friend. That's not what I wanted. That's not how I wanted it to be. This person at this point, all they could really offer you is a certain level of bitterness. Truthfully, there's bitterness there. They would be upset. You wouldn't even be able to, whatever little playful friendship energy y'all did have at one time when he was in his higher King of Cups energy, you wouldn't even be able to have that. That's not something you would be able to hold on to with him at that time, because he's in his lower energy at this point. He's in a lower frequency at this point because he's mad, he's angry. He wanted y'all to be more. He wanted y'all to be something that you just didn't give a damn about y'all being. And no shade, you just didn't. So you wouldn't really be able to get that from him. And here goes the Moon again. This is something that this man is continuing to pout about. He's not really able to get over. He's upset. We see the Chariot energy with the Ten of Wands. Don't be surprised when he recontacts you with we see that the Chariot and the Ten of Wands. It's like when he calls you back with the burden that he's living with. He calls you back to communicate how hard it's been. And I'm telling you right now, what he's going to want to hear from you is that it's been just as hard for you. And it hasn't. It hasn't. This man really wants to know that somewhere in you is romantic love. He wants to bring this to completion. And completion for him is something that it ain't for you. Like, you like, I don't feel the same, bro. But he feels like that. You're going to remain in your High Priestess energy. You're going to remain being someone that he doesn't quite understand. You're going to remain being someone that he doesn't quite know where you're coming from. This masculine knows you're in divine feminine energy, and I'm telling you right now, the best thing that could happen to him, for those of y'all, I'm gonna let you know, is that if he can get you pregnant, if he can get in bed with you once again, he's gonna try to stealth you. He's gonna try to get you pregnant because he's desperate to try to keep you in the conversation. He does not want to be out of your life. He wants to be able to hold on to you some kind of way. If there's been past sexual relationship, I told y'all, where y'all ain't in that space no more, the thing that's going on right now is this man is kicking the hell out of himself day in and day out that he did not stealth you back then, that he did not have a baby with you back then. This man is like, I should have took my shot when I had it, because now he knows he has absolutely no way to hold on to you. And he's sitting around, and this sensitive King of Cups energy girl sitting around listening to Rocket Love by Stevie Wonder, girl, crying in his cup of tea. And now he knows there ain't nothing he can do to undo this. He doesn't have any kids with you. He doesn't have anything going on where you have to talk to him. Baby, this man is crying out to the heavens about this. Page of Wands. This is one of the greatest heartbreaks of his life. Truth be told. This is one of the greatest heartbreaks of what I tell y'all. Three of Swords. This man's experiencing you not being there like a divorce. He's not able to reconcile in his mind that you have the autonomy, you have the audacity, and you have enough freedom of self to get up and walk away from him and keep going. He can't believe that. This man cannot believe that how could you leave? It's like if one of your arms just got off your body and started walking down the stairs leaving. This is how bizarre you not being in his life is. Maybe he was in his life for quite some time. Could that have been the case? Girl, he's stuck on it. He's stuck on you. This isn't something he finna just get up and get over. This man is stuck on you. This is a chapter of his life that's going to repeat and repeat and repeat. He is stuck on you. Like, he's not going to let this go. 30 years, girl. Ace of Cups. He is not going to let this go. He is going to be overcome with emotion. We see tears. We see sadness. I believe, girl, I believe that you're going to start getting them. You might actually get some pretty pitiful calls from this man. Like, I'm in the middle of the night crying. I don't know if anybody, and I don't know why this comes to my man. If anybody was like me, where you grew up and you would watch the Golden Girls, or some of y'all may watch the Golden Girls on rerun. If anybody remembers Stan Zbornak, which was Dorothy's husband, that just never, he just could not stand without her. He had cheated on her and left her for a little young stewardess, and yet and still, every 5 minutes, he was running up under Dorothy. He could not make it without Dorothy. When Dorothy got married finally in the end, he was, yes, Stan. In the end, he was trying to, what did I say? Did I say Stan Zbornak? In the end, he was still trying to run up under her, trying to keep her from marrying Leslie Nielsen. He could not let her go. It's giving me that type of energy. Like, even though he blew the marriage and just messed everything up, there he was still, for some reason, he could not let Dorothy go. It's giving me that same exact energy. Like, no matter what, Three of Pentacles, networking, baby. This man's still going to be trying to stay in your network. If he can't get you to stick to him, he's going to try to talk to your friends. That even makes me think about Stan. It was like times he over there trying to talk to Rose and Blanche, just trying to be in the mix, trying to take Sophia somewhere, just trying to be in the mix. This man's just going to be trying to be in the damn mix. Even as you've moved on with your life, maybe he could talk to your sister. Maybe he can get a job in the same building. Literally, he's that thirsty. He's that desperate. Two of Wands. This man's still going to be making plans. Please, baby, please. Okay? Two of Wands. Still trying to make plans on your name. Page of Cups. This man is not gonna just go down without a fight. I'm just telling you that now. And I don't see the fight making a difference. I'm just telling you what he's gonna try to do. It's just that on period. Okay? Where is it? What is the messages for the divine spirit? We had the Lovers fall out and turn itself upright. Hold on. The Lovers and the King of Cups comes through a reverse. Girl, I won't even talk about him no more. And here we go. The King of Cups comes through a reverse with the Lovers and the upright. One thing for certain, this man, though you are moving on, no weapon formed against you will prosper, and you are moving on with your life. This masculine is not someone that's going to really be able to let go. I'm just telling you the truth. He is not going to let go like that. You watch him on the cameras, girl? You ain't even open the door. Girl, the neighbors got his ass up out of there. The neighbors say, we up here trying to sleep. You got our dog barking. You're going to have to go. The Hermit comes through in the reverse. In the future, y'all, moving forward, you don't have to worry about this masculine, though he does still want to be a part of your household, and he's going to try to be a part of your household. But he is released, the Eight of Swords in reverse. He can call, he can send a text, and I'm telling you, he's going to maintain plausible deniability. He's going to maintain passive-aggressive energy. This masculine still is never going to come out and say to you, hey, remember when we was kicking it for that minute back when, whatever, that really hurt me that you friends on me. I was really feeling you. I really like you. You're the only woman that brings me emotional peace. You are my peace. I don't have no peace in my life if you're not here. You my peace. You my comfort. If I can't call you, talk to you, if I don't have you on my team, I'm sick, I'm miserable, I'm upset, and I'm willing to get down on my knees right now. Girl, you might kick him in the forehead. You might not want him. But the point is, he would at least be living in his truth and speaking his truth. He's not going to live in his truth. He's not going to speak his truth. Even with all this being said, he's not going to live in his truth. He's going to continue to BS. He's going to continue to say whatever it is he needs to say. This is not a situation we even remotely have you, like, you'll return to or you'll want it again. That will never happen. You have moved on and out of this situation, and that's just the way that it is. It's in the past for you, girl. Spirit, tell me what else you want to know about these energies that we picked up. This King of Pentacles, girl. This Queen of Pentacles. What else do we want to know? Girl, because they was on some BS. This King, Queen of Pentacles energy. Spirits, please give us clarity. The Four of Cups. The Seven of Wands. Again, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. One of the greatest energetic blocks, by that I mean one of the moments in the story where you are the most protected, was against this king of, and we saw this early on in the reading, this king of pentacles and this queen of pentacles energy. Okay, we saw that early on in the story. We saw this when we saw that angelic king of swords and queen of swords energy come through for you. You never really had to worry about them. None of the energy of that they gave came towards you. It was all blocked. We saw that mirror energy drop down in front of you in the spirit realm. Much of that energy went back to those people. Much of that energy is going to be reabsorbed by them. We saw them having various debts, problems, different things they were wishing upon you. They're going to have to now deal with themselves. We see the Empress and we see the Eight of Cups. You walk away from these people forever. This is not a situation where these people are ever going to feel inclined spiritually or otherwise to try to come back your way. And much of that is because of the streak of bad luck that they're having when their own energy came back towards them. Okay? Their own energy came back towards them. Page of Cups energy. We see these people having to deal with their own energy. When you walk away from them, you immediately move back into just a state of peace and balance. Page of Cups energy. Things are positive for you. Things look up for you. You're not having any issues or problems, okay, as it relates to anything that has to deal with them, y'all. BRB, y'all. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm trying to tell y'all, one of the major situations that y'all have going on in this situation is also your ability to be, you just know how to be super private and super observant. Like I said that when the whole thing started. This is a spiritual energy where you know how to be super cool, you know how to be super observant. Your spiritual strength is, and your silence, your ability to be spiritually strong and silent, literally, this is going to make these people somewhat afraid of you. They know that you can pull back, you can fall back, you can remain private, you don't have no issues. These people are going to become somewhat afraid of you in a very weird way. They're going to know that talking to you, dealing with you a certain way didn't work out for them. They're going to have a healthy, I don't know if I want to say fear, but it's like they know to be reserved when it comes to you. They're not going to really get in your space. They're not going to really, they don't want it with you at this point. They know that when they try to play certain demonic games with you, those demons that rock with that King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, they know what time it is. They know they dealt with a real one and they don't really want them. They don't want no more. They don't want no more. That's not something they really want to do. Yes, peace is definitely priceless. They don't want to have to go through that again. And a Hierophant. You remain committed to your peace as relates to them. That those people, baby, they're out of your life, and out of your life is where they're gonna be. You're not gonna deal with them again. You're not gonna experience them again. They're out of your life, and they're gonna be out of your life. Period. You had a lot of angelic energy, spirit team energy that got them people out of your life very quickly. It ain't no coming back. Okay? And that's on period. Okay? That Five of Swords, who else do we have in the group, y'all? The Five of Swords energy that was in that group. Baby, that person, they still think about you a lot, whoever this was. That Five of Swords energy early on in the reading that we saw, that just kind of, they always pouring salt. They always kind of have you in a situation where they ain't hating on you, but they hating on you. That person, they kind of got negative things to say, but they play like they ain't saying it. This person, This person's in a situation where it comes to you, you're on their mind all the time moving forward. This person feels like they were very weak when it came to you. They know full well they did not have much of an effect on you. Okay? They just didn't. They didn't have much of an effect on you. They weren't somebody that you respected. And in the end, the way you exited their life, the way you calmly moved around, in the end, this person has to accept the fact that that's the case. They come to realize, like, wow, okay, well, I guess I really wasn't that important to her. They come to realize that, okay? Don't forget to like the live if you are new, guys. Go on, thumbs up the live. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Girl, like the live no matter who you are. I'm talking crazy. Subscribe if you're new, though, okay? These people, this person, they have to realize their influence on you was not even remotely what they thought it was. They have to realize that the way they felt about you, it just, none of it was remotely what they thought it was. It just, they come to some hard realizations about you because this person is somebody that thought their little digs and their little shade meant way more than it actually did. It didn't mean to them, it didn't mean to you what they thought it meant. They didn't mean to you what they thought they meant. You didn't give the damns about them that they thought you gave. You just didn't. You just didn't. And they have to come to terms with that. This is a serious blow to this person's ego, Nine of Wands. They're not going to necessarily take this well, that you didn't really give a damn about them like that. They're not going to really be able to handle this, that you didn't give a damn about them like that. It's going to be something that's really going to trouble them. That you didn't care. They're going to carry that wound with them, okay? Not only did you not care, they have to face the fact that, you know, there are no more plans. They're not going to hear from you anymore. You don't care. You're not coming back. You're not going to try to fix it. You're not going to try to repair it. Two of Wands is in the reverse. You're not saying to yourself, let's sit down, let's talk, let's settle this, let's see what we can come up with. You don't give a damn. You're past that point. You're not trying to fix anything. You're not trying to figure anything out. This ain't that, and that ain't this. Okay, Knight of Cups energy. You really got to a point, and this person knows it. You got to a point where you feel good about you, you like you, and that's really all that matters to you. You'll never be in a position where they'll be able to romance you. You're somebody that's able to romance yourself. You know you love yourself. You bring good news to yourself. You bring good vibes to yourself. You spend time with God for yourself. If this person were to try to come towards you again, Knight of Cups with the Three of Swords, they know damn well you would break their heart and embarrass them. They could not re-enter your life because, again, they had to realize they never were to you who they thought they were in the first place. This person thought they had some type of emotional power over you, some type of leverage, and they had to realize you people be living in fairy tales sometimes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, guys. People be living in fairy tales sometimes. You're not even who they tried to say you were. Period. You just aren't. And never were. Baby, this Ten of Swords. What is going on with this Ten of Swords, baby? This Ten of Swords is just a whole nother can of worms. The Ace of Wands with the Two of Cups in reverse. This is just a friendship, as we said a little bit ago, this is a friendship that just kind of dissolves and falls apart. And there's just not going to be much you can do about that. One thing's for certain is that Ace of Wands, you did really have hopes for a divine new beginning for this person. You really did. You want to see them do right. You wanted to see things work for them. We see Two of Cups in the reverse. You wanted to see things work for them, but things just didn't work for them. Things fall apart for you and this person, and there's a certain burden that's kind of left to the end of this, but it's theirs to carry because it's the kind of situation where, because I'm literally hearing Kendrick Lamar saying, both my grandma's dead and ain't nobody praying for me, I'm on your head, hey, like I'm literally hearing that right now. And the energy that that's giving me is, this is really a burden to carry for this person when you move on from their life, because you represent the last person that was praying for them to do well. You were standing in the gap for them. You were hoping that they did well. You really were. You were praying that they did well. You were hoping that they did well. You wanted to see covering for them. You said, you know, I want to see you do well. And you were the last person that was creating that kind of momentum for them, y'all. I want y'all to look at this. Without you, This person goes from momentum in the spirit realm to the Five of Pentacles. There's an emptiness there. This person kind of is left out in the cold in terms of them still being attached to people of good spiritual moral character that will pray for them, that will wish them well, that still believe they can be more than they are right now. One of the major problems in this person's life is that there aren't many people left that believe they can be more than they are right now. A lot of people have given up on them because they've watched them fall in with bad company. They've watched them be in bad relationships. They've watched them humiliate themselves, give all their money away to terrible people. And they're like, I just don't see it. Like that person's never, they're never going to get out of this. You never were like that. You were like, I believe they can get out of that. I believe they can do better. You were that type of person. You really believe that, but that's not the case. When you release your hold on this person, Four of Pentacles, a lot of value is just extracted from their life. You represented the value. You represented something that believed that there was still something to be gained. You represented somebody that still believed this person could move towards security and goodness and blessings. You still believed. There's no one left for that no more. Look at this, Four of Wands in reverse. People are divorcing him, and I don't mean necessarily in paper, but in relationship. People are divorcing him. Wow, his mama wasn't even, that's what I'm talking about. People are divorcing him in spirit. They don't want to allow him to thrive. They don't want to see him. They want, just get your mess and go. Okay, you were somebody that was still kind of like, well, maybe, girl, these people is like, get your ish and get the hell. It's giving that type of tea. Ten of Wands energy, okay? We see the Ten of Wands energy, y'all. I'm sorry, Eight of Wands energy. There's a lot of talk about this masculine, especially by, this is authority figure. Eight of Wands, there's an authority figure that keeps talking about this masculine. And it's just stuck. This is an authority figure. He either gets stuck in some type of legal trouble and has a judge that's just like, that's it. Whatever it is what it's gonna be. It could also be like a dad or an uncle that is just talked to their blue in the face. It's the same thing as a judge or a father, but whoever it is, they feel like they've talked to their blue in the face. The parole officer feels like they've said everything they could say. Or the judge is like, I've said everything I could say to you. Or his dad is like, I've just had enough. I've said everything I could say. His uncle is like, I've tried. I've stuck my neck out for you. I'm not doing it no more. People began to give up on him. Let me tell you something. Many of the people that still believed in him. I don't want to say believed in him because of your prayers, but there was still a barrier between him and absolute sliding down the hills because you were still there praying for him. You were still believing. You were still trying to speak some type of life into the situation. You were still being a light energy and a light worker. Of course you were, right? What else were you going to do? Everyone, Margarita girl. Everyone. Eight of Pentacles. This man was in a situation where there was hard work, but he had nothing to work with. You may have started to realize this about this man as you kind of started to get clear about who he is and who he was. You may have started to realize that though you wanted the best for him, though you were hoping that he would come into his own, though you were hoping that he would come into his divine masculinity, though this was your hope and your goal, truth be told, this masculine, he didn't have much to work with in terms of internal value, in terms of exactly, in terms of eternal value, in terms of what he was worth and what he was given and what he was all about. To be honest, he didn't have a lot to work with. He wasn't pulling from no great spiritual reservoir, nothing like you were. Like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing that. He didn't even have that in him to offer. If you just want to know the truth, he really didn't have that in him to give in the first place. Page of Wands energy. This man had been blowing a lot of hot air, though, at some point. This is somebody that at some point, he had been, and for some of y'all, this really could be a feminine. It could be a sibling. It could be just somebody that just, you prayed and you prayed and you hoped and you hoped and you just could not bring it together for them. You know what I'm saying? And this person is just made bad decision after wrong decision after wrong decision after bad decision. But this person, you had tried a lot to kind of be there and kind of offer them some kind of wisdom. But the truth of the matter is that it wasn't a lot. Oh no, not to half and half. It wasn't a lot. It was not a lot that really could be done for him because he didn't have a lot that he was working with. He was blowing a lot of smoke. He had been blowing a lot of hot air. This masculine oftentimes was telling you he was going to do better. I'm going to try to do better. I'm going to get in treatment. I'm going to go to the, if it was somebody's sibling, sister, they like, I'm going to be there for my kids now. I'm going to start doing better. I'm going to start coming home from work on time. They really did not have the strength or resolve in themselves to be the person that you wanted them to be anyway. Don't forget to like the live, y'all. Subscribe if you're new. They really did not have the resolve to be the person that you wanted them to be. I'm just telling you the truth. They really didn't. We see the tower. Y'all, I told y'all earlier, did I not, that this man, the tower kicks off in his life every damn Thursday or something like that. This man always in tower moments because he allows himself to fraternize with no good people all the damn time. He's always with no good people. Yes, he likes the dark side. And he let the devil get a stronghold. Absolutely. And it's always a tower moment. It's always some mess. It's always somebody looking for him. He's always broke. King of Pentacles coming up in reverse. The minute he gets some money, before the story is over with, guess what he not gonna have? Money. I don't care how much money he get. He's going to let somebody be a problem for him. This Five of Swords energy. This man, forget about all the people that betray him and all the trashy people he lined himself up with. Let's forget all of that. More than anything, what this person does more than anything else is betray themselves, okay? More than anything else. They can put themselves on the back burner and betray themselves like nobody's business. Baby, like nobody's business. And that's on game. Okay, like I said, like a kid say, that's on game. Okay? He can betray himself. He don't think twice. Baby. One of the things that shocked these people about you is how fast you got out the way. Travel comes through in reverse. A lot of these people thought, I think they thought, it's something about how you carry yourself, like you carry yourself with class and composure. A lot of these people thought that you was going to stick around and take it. You was going to stick around and like be put down for stuff that didn't have nothing to do with you. And you were going to stick around and just kind of be somebody's emotional support, even though they knew you didn't. You was going to deal with the resentment, the bitterness, keep bailing people out of jams. People thought you was going to take it. They thought you was going to sit around and you was going to be cool with it. They thought you were going to be cool with it. These people thought that you would take it longer than they thought. We see later than you think. They thought that you would make it longer. One of the biggest shocks emotionally and mentally and spiritually that a lot of these people are dealing with is just this swiftness in which you were no longer part of their life. A lot of people are looking at you now and they feel like you vanished, like you literally just vanished. You just jumped up and got out the way. It's like you just bailed on me. You just got out the way. What did I say? Faster than you think. These people, baby, later than they thought you was gonna be there for a long time, baby. You wasn't there before me. You was like, oh, y'all playing games? Say less. You got right out their way. They really didn't see that coming. This left a lot of these people under pressure. Okay, the crew, the gang. Okay, they're under pressure. They're feeling some kind of way. People are hurt. People are complaining. Like I said, they're trying to do their whole what would you call it, girl? Their whole smear campaign thing, or they're mad, or they're bitching, girl, or they're sitting alone drinking and talking to their little demons about how you ain't nothing, girl. They little crew and cronies about how you did them wrong. The King Cups, girl. He say you a bitch and you only care about yourself. They're doing all of that, but the bottom line is that these people thought you were going to take it because you're a good person, because you're kind, because you do for yourself and others. And you're not doing for yourself or others because you are a sucker. You're doing for yourself and others because I mean, this is what you do. One thing about you that a lot of these people did not understand that we pulled earlier on for those that was here for the beginning of the reading. One thing a lot of these people don't understand is that you've always stayed 150% true to the spiritual calling that you have. So your calling is how you behave. You gave wisdom and advice because you're here to give wisdom and advice. You gave money at times because you're here to be a giver and not a taker. You offered people additional assistance, or you were there for them and took the long phone call because that's what you do. That's your heart condition. It was never because you're a stupid or a sucker. You were here to please the Most High. You don't care about pleasing them. That was never what you was about. You cared about pleasing the Most High. The covenant that you have, the way that you see yourself when it comes to the Most High, the way that you take pride in your spiritual station, that is literally what you're going to stay true to no matter what's going on. These people mistook that for, oh, I can get away with anything. No, no. You're going to continue to be good and gracious and have wisdom and understanding and compassion to offer the next people that you walk by, people you know and people you don't, because you understand what you was put here to do. It was never about them. Baby, judgment, church bells ringing, the judgment card comes to real girl. That judgment card be coming through there. Listen, we see the fool. So we see you moving into new beginnings, and we see a lot of these people yapping at your heels. You're going to be in bliss. You're going to be in happiness. And these people are going to be yapping at your heels. They're not going to be able to touch you. They're going to be on the other side of the veil, which we also saw earlier. For the people that wasn't here, I invite you to go back and see the live. But these people are going to be still yapping at your heels, meaning that they still wish to be a part of your life. They still hope they could be a part of your life. They're not going to be in that. If you were to ever get re-involved with these people would try to trap you with them. They don't want to see you free. They all want to have you in their life because you're, for many of these people, the highest frequency person, the highest frequency divine energy, the most awakened, ascended person they've ever come in contact with. So with that being said, they don't want you to move away. They don't want you to be off living your life. They don't want to look online and see you, running through the spiritual splendor, girl, running through the field of spiritual posies, smiling and being a blessing to others. They want to say that they somewhat, Margarita, go get the restraining order. They want to say that they had you're with me, and you're, as we saw with that King of Cups that's losing his man. They want to say, you're with me for life. They want to say it's going to be about them. Once again, we see this Five of Pentacles. These people have been left out in the cold by you. I'm literally seeing a window with you on the other side running free as the breeze. On the other side, these people are on the other side of the glass just looking in. Just looking in. Salty up in the face. But I mean, how long did they think? I mean, what they underestimated was your ability to just reclaim your happiness and keep going. This is what they underestimated. Your ability to just reclaim, like, I'll just go be happy elsewhere. They didn't believe that was going to be the case. Thank you so much for the hearts, Cassandra. They didn't want to believe that you could just move on from them like that. People want to think that it's something other than what it is. You make me feel alive, okay? These people, they're left out in the cold and they're bitter. You made them feel alive. You were these people's spark. You were their light. You were their wisdom. You were their connection to the divine. You were somebody that, especially for that Ten of Swords group member, y'all, you were somebody that believed in them. You were somebody that gave them something worth, baby, judgment. Church bells ring when the judgment card comes through the building. So we know first and foremost, these people are going to be stuck watching you from the other side of the veil, from the other side of Facebook, girl, from the other side of the Twitter, from the other side of the TikTok, or wherever you tune in. These people are going to be stuck on the other side of that watching you. That's one bit of judgment that they got to deal with. Baby, we got judgment and we got the devil. The other bit of judgment that these people, girl, hopelessness, that these people are going to have to deal with is that they're just hopeless. And I mean that to say they're just stuck in their misery. They're stuck in their struggle. They're stuck in their wherever they were all the time. They're stuck there, stuck, still miserable, still dealing with anger management problems, still going around thinking that because they drive a certain thing or wear a certain thing is going to replace their soul and their condition with the Most High. Still going around believing that they need certain things or need certain people to be relevant, still going around believing that they have certain things they need to be concerned about, still going around believing that they need to be concerned about things that are not of God, shall I say, still going around hanging with the wrong people, getting their money taken, getting used, hanging with loafers, being a loafer, still going around believing that's the key to success. Okay, these people are going to be stuck in that. Okay, some of these people are going to start wanting to, especially that Ten of Swords, unaliving himself is a potential something to be watched out for. These people may they're going to deal with loss, they're going to deal with depression because these people were getting a lot of their light and supply from being in proximity to you. So without you, they're just left with them and who they were. It just wasn't. It wasn't talking about too much. King of Swords energy comes through with cope. One of the things that I'm really getting this from this King of Pentacles energy, whoever this person was, is this person was somebody that was very much kind of like an intellectual kind of person. And they're going to fall into kind of trying to cope with the sadness, the debt, the different things they incur from playing games on your name. This person is going to really end up in a situation where they start to take certain things to cope, right? They want to cope with what's going on. They want to cope with the situation. They're going to start taking certain things to cope. They're going to fall into reckless sex, reckless love, sex addiction, ripping and running. You're going to start to hear some of these things that this person is now not even changing the way they live their life. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're not changing the way they live their life. The way they live their life is finally coming out in public. Because remember, we saw the devil is going to start telling some of these people secrets. Okay? Literally, the very same entity that they serve is going to start airing them out because there's no loyalty. You know how that go. Okay? There's absolutely no loyalty. So you already know how that pops. It's going to start coming out into the open. We see the Ten of Swords. We see the Ten of Swords. It comes to an end. It comes to a close for that King of Pentacles. They're going to substance abuse and reckless sex themselves into a bad ending, a tragic ending, a sad ending, an unfortunate ending. Seven of Cups. Okay, we see this person allowing themselves to fall off into daydreaming. You might start to hear things about them like, man, hey, that fool done went crazy. He done fell off. He may start to fall off into just kind of being somebody that's, he's taking those things, those substances, and living that messy lifestyle long enough to where he starts to become someone that just kind of sits around and fantasizes. So we see whoever this is playing with these substances. These substances may injure them neurologically is the type of energy that I'm getting from that Queen of Cups. They may end up kind of having to kind of go back to their mother or go back to an ex-wife or something like that to try to get back on their feet. People make bad decisions and they come in contact with the divine and they try to hurt the divine and mistreat the divine. But at the end of the day, this person obviously, for them to even fall off into a direction like this person obviously they had a lot of other things they needed to be taken care of instead of minding your business, trying to talk down on you, trying to bring shade or shame to you, trying to hurt your feelings. They had a million other things they could have been focused on. And instead of focusing on those things, they were sitting around bothering you. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and like the live, y'all. They were sitting around trying to hurt and bother you. We see the Nine of Cups energy in the room. This person moves into that space. We see you moving forward. There should be more fulfillment coming towards your life. You start to manifest many of the things of your daydreams. Now I want y'all to catch that tea. It's very interesting that this person, their daydreams and different things that they fall off into kind of like substance induced hallucinations. Let's just tell the truth. They kind of lead them to having to lean on family to get help. Whole time we see that you, on the other hand, 6 months from now, you haven't been bothering nobody. You haven't been hurting nobody. You've been staying faithful to the Most High. You wasn't wishing ill on anybody or trying to hurt anybody as they were. 6 months from now, you, on the other hand, will start to see many of your manifestations come into fruition. You'll start to see some of the things that you desperately wanted to happen in your life come into fruition. You're not going to be sitting around off in some substance abuse induced hallucinations. You've been making better decisions for yourself. Nine of Wands comes through in reverse. You're going to be coming out of any hurt or feelings because you may have had or may have when this is over some residual feelings from some of these people that were really karmic. This is karmic twin flame energies trying to hang on to you. You're going to start to come out of any sadness or irritation. I don't want to say sadness because that's not what I'm picking up. It's irritation. You know how it is when people have played with you and you just be irritated. Like you just irritated. When you think back on how they played with you, you just get pissed off. You're going to start to come out of some of that festivity in about 6 months, if there was any there, because some of y'all might not care about none of this. But for those of y'all that did, in about 6 months, you start to come out of that. You start to regain a more, you not even want to say you regain a more positive network. That's not what I mean. You just simply fall back into a positive network. You always had all these different people you can network with. You start moving into, I'm going to network with the people that really is on my team. I'm going to network with the people that's really about what I'm about. You start moving like that. You start saying to yourself, let me go back to being around the people that's at my level. Let me make sure I'm sticking around awakened people. You start to really come into that space of like, I'm only going to be around people that are spiritually at my level. You make that 100% clear and you start mapping your way spiritually back to those people. We see you just moving right along, basically, to make a long story extremely short. You just start moving right along, baby. That broke down King of Cups. Okay, this is the moon at noon. Okay, moon at noon. We saw King of Cups moon energy from him. Baby, one of these noons, I keep telling y'all, this man is pitiful without you. He's sad. He's lonely. He don't have nobody to speak with. He doesn't have nobody to tell his tea to. He doesn't have anybody to help emotionally regulate him. He doesn't even have anybody that gives a damn. He's very sensitive, as we saw. He's a very soft soul. And this man doesn't have anybody there around him with you not being in the picture. And it's one of these noons, girl. He's going to hop on that phone. He's going to hop on the 5 in the morning. I'm on hotline. Fun side with you. I'm on the hotline. Girl, he going to try to jump on the what I said, open to talk. He's going to try to jump on the hotline. One of these fine mornings, he's going to try to jump on the hotline. It's because he misses you in his life. You were a very big part of this man's life. I want you to look at this color pink. I want you to see that the passion and the femininity that you brought to this man's life. That's just the way it is. You brought that to this man's life. Okay? That's just where we at with it. You brought this to his life, and without you in his life, he loses that. This man is now sitting around alone. I want to tell you something else that this Hermit card tells us. This man is sitting around alone. What that tells us is that you really were his primary female companion. You was just a friend in your man, but nonetheless, you were really his primary female companion. And I'm telling you right now, yeah, that Pretty Ricky used to hit. That used to hit. Okay, I still be listening to Pretty Ricky, girl. I'm going to tell you right now, this man wanted you to be a wife-like figure. But even more than that, I'm promising you, like, this man was really doing a lot of pretending, y'all. That King of Cups was doing a lot of playing like he wasn't as stuck on you as he was. But you had this man hot in the ass the whole time y'all was around each other, baby. The temperature was boiling, baby. What he said, do you think about me? Okay, this man be wondering, do you think of me? Every now and then. Girl, this man be wondering. We used to be friends. Very suddenly, this man gets very angry about the way things went with y'all. Knight of Swords with Uranus. This man has a sudden shift emotionally when it comes to you, baby. This man gonna pop out. This man might even try to propose to you. This is how, this Four of Cups in reverse, y'all. This is how difficult it is for him to accept the fact that you just ain't really feeling he can't take it. He may actually propose. This is a man who really wanted to be able to benefit from having you in his life for an extended period of time without ever marrying you forever. In fact, for those of y'all that was here earlier, he wanted to see you be in his life forever without ever marrying you. But once you have moved on with your life, girl, this man may actually propose to you. It goes that hard. It goes that hard. That's just the way it is. It goes that hard. He's still going to be trying to cover up his feelings. So at that point, it's pretty pathetic because this man will still, once he knows that you're not going, that you like, I'm not really trying to marry, this man try to back out of it. Like, man, I ain't really trying to marry you like that. I ain't trying to marry you like that. I just was saying, there's a lot of envy still. Envy, those types of feelings that surround this masculine when it comes to you. Envying what you do next, envying the people that still get to be in your life, envying the people that get to continue to be your friends, just kind of envying the road that you're going to still be on, that he undoubtedly will not be a part of as you move on and onward and upward in your journey. He knows he's not really a part of the next dispensation. Let's just keep it real. But what did I say? Will you marry me? This man will literally try to propose to you and still act like it wasn't that big of a deal. This man is passive aggressive, but he has some serious attachment disorders because whoever this is, he never can seem to really make it. He be lying to himself, you, and everybody else. But you don't want him, so it don't matter. That's the bottom line. The Seven of Pentacles with second, you saved a lot of time by eliminating these people from your life. You saved a lot of time. You really did. You really did. You saved a lot of time. Just by letting these people go, moving on with your life, so much time was saved. Girl, that man is still going to be sitting over there. They go to moon again, girl. That man going to be sitting over there in that confusion, still looking at your picture, still looking at you, still looking at your text, still thinking about what y'all went on back when y'all went on, what y'all went on. But at the end of the day, again, eliminating him from your life, eliminating a lot of these, they just was dead weight, kind of deadbeatish people from your life. Again, all you did was save time. They can say what they want. They can feel how they want. You saved a plethora of time by simply kind of just admitting who these people are and who these people are not. That's really what you did. You just kind of came to terms like, I can with these people, and you moved on. This man will never let go of the feeling that you could have been the one, even though he never really was capable of manning up and doing what he needed to do. He ultimately kind of sinks off into a black hole when it comes to you. But there he go again, girl. He's still thinking about you. Even in the void, even as you are no longer really in his lair, he's still going to be sitting back thinking about you. That's just what it gives, girl. That's just what it is. Okay, girl, we got the Seven of Swords. He's never going to stop really kind of trying to plot on bringing you back into the picture, bringing you back into the conversation. He can't let that go. There's going to be a depression, girl, at night. This man's going to have a difficult time. I'm literally hearing the word musty. Y'all don't laugh. I'm serious. I'm literally hearing the word musty. This man is going to kind of fall into just laying around in bed being musty, thinking about you. Like it's very much giving depression. It's giving crack a window. He really allows your exit from his life to take him down. But it's like, this man, I just feel like he had allowed himself to start treating you in a bitter way. I messed up, I know. But he was never who you was looking for anyway. I knew I was losing you, but I never did anything to fight for you. He didn't. He just kind of, whenever you distance yourself from him and you decided the relationship wasn't something you wanted, he accepted that. He accepted that. He might try to tell people like, she tricked me. Notice he keeps coming up on the board, right? We move on. We talk about the other people in this group, but somehow he keeps ending up back in the front seat. This man is not taking this well at all. He feels like maybe you tricked him. You made him think that he might have could have had you. You never made him think that. You never made him think that. We see vacate, get away, relax, have fun. You're going to move the hell on with your life. You could care less about, to you, that situation with him was puppy love. It was nothing serious about it. It was easy for you to say goodbye in that situation. It wasn't something that held value to you like that. He was just a friend. He was just a friend. You have other things as well. Another thing about you is you had other things you were interested in. You always had other things you were interested in. He's not your primary interest. Y'all, if you are new here, please do subscribe. Don't forget to like the live, okay? Um yeah, girl, he was never your primary interest. You have other things you're interested in. And I don't just mean men, yourself. You're a very full, outgoing person. You have other things that interest you. You have other things you care about. You was never just sitting around stuck on him. Like, for what? Why would you be doing that? That's just the way that go. He was never the star of the show. This is the shock of this man's life, that he was never the star of your show, but he wasn't. He just wasn't, girl. He wasn't. We see the devil card energy coming through the building. Listen, he's obsessed and he can't let go because your energy was something that he wasn't used to. Your energy was very bright. It was very filled with action. People might say you're the life of the party just because you know how to like laugh and talk and key with people. You have a great personality. So being able to replace you when you're so much fun is difficult. So this man feels stuck, trapped, tied up. Thank you so much, Aura. Stuck, trapped, tied up. Very much tied up and not able to get free. You know what I'm saying? I can't be with you right now. He's sick with it that he can't be with you right now. He can't let it go. He can't get over your energy the way you used to make him feel. Girl, this man is under the love potion spell, and he keep making sure that he gets the front seat of this conversation. Girl, he's stuck on you. He is very much stuck on you. And he's looping y'all's communication. Whatever y'all's last communications and things were, he's stuck. He's looping. He's looping. He's going around and around in circles. I mean, I really don't know what you came for. Round and round we go. That's how you feel. Like, this is you like, what are you still thinking about me for? What if he calls, you're going to be like, oh, I know he ain't trying to call me. I know he's not trying to call me. You're going to be done. Baby, if you are new here, please subscribe. Okay, don't forget to like the live. You're going to be like, I know he's not trying to jump up and call me, baby. You're going to be done. Flickering passion, girl, but he can't let go, girl. He can't let it go. He can't let it go. You missing from his life. He can't handle that. Girl, this man pouting. I want to be alone. This man, girl, this man wants you. If he could just devour you, if that's what it would take to keep you, girl. But see, the thing was, he was bad in bed. So I don't know what kind of devouring he talking about. Because we saw early on, he ain't hitting like that. I ain't trying to say nothing bad about it. I'm telling you what it is. This man's going to be stuck on you for at least, we see November, girl. This man's going to be stuck on you for at least another 10 months or something like that. Another 9, 10 months. And it is because in his eyes, you're perfect. That's why he can't let it go. That's why he keeps sticking himself back in the point of conversation. This is somebody that can't let go, and he's not going to be able to let go. But as we know, no weapon is formed. You have moved on. You will move on. We see you moving into just newer, lighter, fluffier friend circles. You're not sweating these people. You're not stuck on these people. So it's just the type of situation where many of these people, they go into their downfall for playing games on your name. Okay, some of them, baby, they just become obsolete and can't believe it. Girl, others of them, they making bad decisions that could lead to their demise, which is unfortunate. And this one, ruminate on you and ruminate on you and ruminate on you and ruminate on you, baby. He can't let it go, girl. He can't let you go, girl. Well, if you enjoyed this divine feminine tarot tea, girl, please go ahead, do like, do share, do subscribe. Okay, do not be afraid to come to the building, girl. And when you do, I invite you, I implore you to hit that bell so you can be here every single time. Me and the T team are off up in here, getting in with all of these good old tarot messages. Hey, baby, if you would like a personal reading from me, girl, please go ahead and hit me up at dftarottea@gmail.com to get on the wait list, which is a little long right now, but God bless y'all. Also, Please go ahead and check out Pretty Princess Promises and Prosperity Petitions, my other channel, my manifestation channel. We do have the next reading that's going to be up over there later tonight, y'all. It is a little on the sexy side. We had a very sexy dark masculine energy come into the chat. Girl enters the chat. So I do invite y'all to check him out. It is girl, I liked him, girl. I don't want to know what his number is. Girl, I like that man. Okay, that man was popping. Okay. So y'all go ahead and check out my other channel. Also, y'all know the lecture channel will launch soon. That is QHW26. Both of those channels are at the top of this page. Do not be afraid to go over there and like, okay, and subscribe, or subscribe rather. Also subscribe to Pretty Princess Promises. Check her out later on tonight, girl, because it is going to be, I'm telling you, it's gonna be sexy what's going down over there. And just about give me about 45 minutes or hour, I'm gonna get that up over there. Also, if you would like to, go ahead, let me know you still in the building, girl. We went epic tonight, T-Team, baby. Go ahead and put a little 192.20 in the comment section, because it was exactly 192 minutes and 20 seconds when I said what I said. Also, if you would like to, go ahead and make a little love offering to this channel, girl. dftarottea at Cash App, or maybe even Don to the PayPal. And as always, I will catch each one of you lovelies in the next one. Night, night, y'all.